Exclusive coverage of Alabama football game day continues on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. This is the Everwood Countdown to Kickoff. Everwood Treatment Company, the official treated lumber of Alabama athletics. Also brought to you by Barkley GMC, Tuscaloosa's leader. Barkley makes it easy. Chick-fil-A. All Chick-fil-A locations in Alabama proudly support the Crimson Tide. And by Ford. For great offers on F-150, see your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Crimson Tide.
Welcome, everybody, to the Everwood Countdown to Kickoff. Everwood Treatment Company, the official treated lumber of Alabama athletics. Everwood, wood treated right. Alongside John Parker Wilson, I'm Chris Stewart. It is great to have you with us here on a gorgeous morning in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Hope you brought the jacket. You need it, but gorgeous otherwise as the Crimson Tide gets set to take on the Governors of Austin Peay State University out of Tennessee. JP, this is a game that the critics love to take shots at. The Tide taking on an opponent that is not in the top 25. In fact, is not even in the FBS. That being said, it's a special day for a lot of people. There are players that will hopefully, if the Tide takes care of business early, that will see action later in the game perhaps that haven't played all year long. And also, there are fans here today that have never been to an Alabama football game before and may never get an opportunity again. But today, they were able to get tickets. They want to see their football team, and hopefully we'll get a chance to see them play very efficiently.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, to me, this is exciting. We get to see, hopefully, a lot of young guys that, one day will get a lot more playing time than where they're at now. A lot of guys that this will be their only opportunity to get on the field and play a game here in Bryant-Denny Stadium after working their tails off for years and years and years, in high school and then running the scout team, the look team to get on the field. I mean, this is a big deal. And I've been saying it all week, too, and Coach Saban, y'all talked about it in y'all's interview of, a lot of these guys, there's 2 games left, too. Sure. The seniors that have been here, we got some guys that will probably go out early for the draft. You got 2 chances left to play in Bryant-Denny Stadium. And at the end of the day, this is a really fun game to play. And you play it in your backyard growing up, and here you get a chance to do it on a Saturday in front of 100,000 people on TV. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this.
So for Alabama, and again, I'm just giving the counterpoint to the critics that talk about this game being bad for college football, and not just Alabama. There are other games that would be in a similar vein. Mm-hmm. And while I don't agree with that, because not just because of the point that I made earlier, but Alabama has just played in the last month games against Texas A&M, Tennessee, Mississippi State, LSU, Ole Miss, month and a half, we'll say, with Auburn still to come, a bowl game still to come, and in most years, an SEC championship game, 2 playoff games. Yeah. You almost have to have this type of week because it's not a bye week, but you get a chance to do some things differently and maybe scale things back a bit over the course of your practice week that you couldn't otherwise if it were a league opponent or a higher profile opponent.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, there's a lot of wear and tear on these guys right now. I mean, going through that schedule right there, it's not easy. So it is kind of nice to be able to dial it down a little bit. Probably don't put as much in the game plan. So, as much physically, mentally, these guys go through a ton because not only week in and week out are you putting in new plays and, you got to learn, not to learn 100, 150 new plays, but you've got to be really familiar with them and new formations and shifts and everything. So, not to mention going to class and trying to study for finals that are coming up soon.
There's that.
That's a pretty big part. You got to be eligible. You got to pass your classes to be able to play. So it is nice. It's a great game. I mean, 10 SEC games was fun during the COVID year when we didn't play any out of conference games. But it's a big day for a lot of people. It's a perfect day out here. It's a little chilly, but it's going to be fun. And players will make memories out there today that they won't ever forget, including the Austin Peay team getting to come in here playing in Bryant-Denny Stadium.
Let's talk about them, the Governors of Austin Peay. as we take a look at the Cook's Pest Control Scouting Report. Cook's Pest Control and Centricon, the unbeatable combination for termite protections. Tell us what you know about Scotty Walden's Governors out of the Atlantic Sun.
Is it Governor or Govna? Governor.
In Birmingham, they love the Governor.
The Governor.
Ooh.
That's right.
But these are the Governors.
The Governors of Austin Peay State University. Coming in, a pretty good team, right? I mean, they got a chance to make the FCS
playoffs. 16-team playoffs.
16-team playoffs, so a lot on the line from them, and a defense that comes in ranking first in nearly every defensive category there is. First in points per game, only 21. Rushing, they give up 115, 181 through the air, 296 total offense. And I'll tell you what, the biggest stat that I saw is 29% for the other teams on third down. So do a really good job on first and second down, putting them in tough situations. Fly around. They've got some good playmakers. They really do. They run the ball extremely well. They've got 3 running backs that are very involved. Then you throw the quarterback in, so 4 guys that are going to tote the rock and basically get an even spread on the carries. They're all basically the starting quarterbacks. Quarterback throws the ball well. It's got some playmakers at wide receiver. So this is a team that is still fighting for postseason play themselves, and it can happen. I mean, we've seen it earlier this year. App State upset Texas A&M. Who was it? Notre Dame lost?
Back when it was a big deal to beat Texas A&M.
Well, yeah, you could say that now, but at the time they were top 10, top 5 team. So it can happen. You got to come out here and play, and Alabama get ready to go and try to get out of the game as quickly as possible and give those backups a chance to play. But, Austin Peay team that is probably excited to come here and play, and you want to take that hope and that excitement away up from them extremely early. And one of the things that I love that Coach Saban said this week is, we want to be a team week in and week out when the game gets over that the team looks across the sideline and says, I never want to play that team again.
Yeah.
We get a chance to do that today. I was really impressed with our squad last week. I think in the second half of that Ole Miss game, we kind of got back to it. We started playing with an edge, a chip on our shoulder, physical and mean and nasty. And we got to get back that today and get ready for an energized, enthusiastic Auburn team for the Iron Bowl.
Life Storage offers convenient storage units to keep your memories, family history, and accomplishments safe and sound. Call 844-LIFE-STORAGE or visit lifestorage.com. Life Storage, it's your life. Store it with care. And Life Storage brings us our star to watch. Who are you looking out for today?
Today, the star to watch, I'm going to be watching Jace McClellan. Second string running back this year, essentially. He's got 77 carries, 413 yards, 3 TDs, but with the injury to Jahmyr Gibbs last week, didn't see him at all in the second half, and it was McClellan who took the game over. Byron Young took the game over on defense and had a phenomenal performance and showed out with 11 tackles, but McClellan was the guy on offense, and the big guys up front changed their mindset and ran the ball hard, ran it effectively. And that's something we've been struggling with over the past few weeks. So McClellan, a guy to come out here and get his chance to shine, try to put up some numbers, put up some stats against the Governors, and get back to that mindset mentality of really, really running the ball hard. And he's been doing it. We haven't rushed for more than 200 yards since the Texas A&M game. And we got to get back to it. Over the last 4 weeks, we're only averaging 3 yards a carry. So that was a real point of emphasis and a real strong suit early in the season for this Alabama team. Kind of fell away from it. So we got to get back there today, and it all starts with Jace McClellan.
Inside of 30 minutes from kickoff, Alabama, the Governors of Austin Peay State University. We're back with more from Bryant-Denny Stadium in a moment on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Meet Ed, movie buff, animal lover, safe driver.
5 years of driving an ambulance teaches you a thing or two. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. When I see a car trying to rush past a turning bus, I get concerned. You see, when big vehicles turn right, they have to swing wide to make the turn. And that's a lesson you don't want to learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait.
It's our roads. It's our safety.
Visit www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
I've been driving trucks for a long time. Safety is my #1 priority. I know that my truck has huge blind spots. That's why I remember to check my mirrors often for smaller vehicles. Everyone can help keep our roads safe. Next time you're behind the wheel, try to avoid lingering in those blind spots. It can be dangerous. Let's all plan to share the road safely. Learn how at www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
I found hope in the midst of an overwhelming situation.
Alcoholism is a disease that can affect any family. Everyone suffers, but there is help and hope at Al-Anon Family Groups.
Al-Anon gave me my life back. I'm a better father and husband.
Are you in an overwhelming situation because of someone else's drinking? Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Local and virtual meetings are available. Maybe one could work for you. Call 1-866-200-0033 or visit alanon.org/hope.
Medicaid and CHIP offer free or low-cost health coverage for children and teens. Hospital and doctor visits, prescriptions, shots, and more are covered. That's peace of mind for parents if a child is sick or gets injured. And parents may now be eligible for Medicaid too, even if they've applied in the past. Enrollment is always open. Visit InsureKidsNow.gov or call 1-877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
The United States Deputy Sheriff's Association is a national nonprofit and the largest non-governmental provider of services to law enforcement. The USDSA assists city, county, state, and federal agencies with free safety equipment donations and officer survival training, along with cash donations to families of law enforcement officers who perish in the line of duty, college scholarships for the children of law enforcement, a citizen awareness program, and more. For more information on the USDSA and how you can help, visit usdeputy.org.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen.
For late nights writing English papers.
For your teen's music taste.
For dinners, where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, they call you Mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Today's Salute to Service honoree is going to be Richard Mallory. The Salute to Service honoree is presented by Royal Furniture, part of the pageantry of pregame here at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Again, we only get 7 of these in Tuscaloosa all year, 8 if you count A-Day. 365 days out of the year, that makes it pretty special regardless of who's lined up on the other sideline.
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy to think about it. That's the thing about football, too, is, you know, basketball and baseball, you play a ton of games, and if you have a bad one, you basically play the next day and you get to wash that taste out of your mouth. You only get so many chances to play the football games.
Right.
And you work just as hard and you put in just as many hours, and you got to show up and play and get it done Saturdays when you get the chance. And this is just another chance for these guys. And, still got a lot of season left. We got 2 games and then a bowl game. And, this is a game, too, where it means a lot to the young guys when you get into play because you're trying to earn a spot. I mean, this goes a lot into, spring ball and getting ready for that and setting a depth chart for next year and everything else. So this is a big chance for these guys to earn a spot and earn a job next year.
And at the same time, as you've already pointed out, if you're a veteran, you're a last-year guy, it's one of those last opportunities here. And Nick Saban's talked a lot about leaving your legacy and how you finish this year. I felt all along that Alabama's best football was going to come end of November, December, and hopefully January.
Yeah.
Because you'd be in the playoff if you could weather the storm that was this season. And Bama was 2 plays away from doing that exactly.
Yeah, 4 points and 2 games and just some missed opportunities. And I think we can learn a lot from this season and the way we, I think, handled the pressure. I think the pressure to this team, that we wanted to be perfect and go out there and do everything exactly right instead of just playing fast and playing physical. So you can learn a lot from this season. And look, we've lost 2 games, right? The program's not ending. Everything's going to be okay, and we're going to get back to playing Bama football. And I was, like I said, really impressed with the way we handled that Ole Miss game because if there ever was going to be a letdown, it was that one after being out of the playoffs, after being out of the SEC championship. But these guys stepped up and showed their leadership and showed that it does mean a lot, and it is important to be here. So today's no different. And, we'll get to see a lot of young guys, too. We were just talking how much Jalen Milroe, how much Ty Simpson. We'll see some, I think probably some younger wide receivers get involved earlier in this game as guys like Kendrick Law, Isaiah Bond have, especially Law, who came up big last week, had 3 catches and, had more catches last game than he did all season. This is a chance to get out here and to put it on tape, right? To put it on tape and try to earn a spot for next year. But also, these are big memories. You don't remember every play when you're throughout your career, but as it gets towards the end and you realize that you're not going to be invited back because you got no more eligibility, you start taking it in a little bit more and realizing how special it is to be here.
Special indeed. As we take a look at our starting lineups for today's game, they're presented by Walk-On Sports Bistro, which puts everything they've got into bringing you game day with a taste of Louisiana. Visit locations in Mobile, Montgomery, Hoover, or Tuscaloosa for your next game day experience. Walk-On Sports Bistro, more than a restaurant, and also a place you are likely to find many, many times. John Parker Wilson. Let's check out the starters for this matchup, and we will begin with the Alabama Crimson Tide defensively. Tim Smith, Jaheim Otis, Byron Young across the front. Will Anderson at the jack linebacker walks up as usual as well.
Well, we talked about it. Byron Young, my Lord, you said it last week too. Glad he got on the bus because, boy, did he show out last week. 11 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 tackle for losses, had a forced fumble, a pass breakup, and 2 quarterback hurries. Number 47 for Alabama last week was it. He did everything. He was all over the field, flying around. And then you got Will Anderson, who is 2 tackle for losses away from becoming second all-time in Alabama, past Wallace Gilberry with 2 more tackle for losses, and then obviously behind the great Derek Thomas. So Will right now sitting at he's sitting at, I think, 30 tackle for losses for his season. 32 sacks in his career, so pretty special for Will Anderson what he's been able to do. And this defensive front unit, Jaheim Otis, young guy who's worked his way into the starting lineup, and then another senior, DJ Dale from Birmingham, Clay Chalkville, got 2 more games left here at Bryant-Denny.
Will Anderson also named a finalist for the Lombardi Award this week as well. Linebackers, Dallas Turner, Henry To'oto'o, and Jalen Moody listed as the starters today. Kool-Aid at one corner, either Terrion Arnold or Eli Ricks at the other, with Jordan Battle, Brian Branch, and DeMarco Helms, your free safety, strong safety, and star positions today. Those young men making up an improving secondary.
Yeah, I think they played really well last week against Ole Miss. Brian Branch, game winner on 4th down, perfect coverage going down the seam, covering a wideout. Terrion Arnold in relief for Eli Ricks, who was injured, so we'll see if we see Ricks today, who worked his way into the starting lineup. Started 2 games for Ricks, and then, this defensive, the linebacker unit is playing pretty well too. And Deontay Lawson, another guy that's worked his way not into the starting lineup, but a ton of reps. Played really well last week, had some big plays, especially in the red zone. Henry To'oto'o, second on the team in tackles. DeMarco Helms leading the way with 82 on the season. And how about Brian Branch? The guy's got 8 tackle for losses. That's second on the team, so it shows you how involved he is in blitzing and what Pete Golding will use him trying to get back to the quarterback.
Here's an example of, again, not disparaging at all against Austin Peay, but part of the difference in FBS and FCS. This squad in Austin Peay, 6'3", 252 junior, Isaiah Wright at left tackle. Harrison Wilkes, a sophomore, 6'4", 260. Then you got Jalen Armstrong, 6'3", 290. He's the big one up front, the redshirt junior center, with a 289 right guard in Chandler Curtin, and Brennan Smith at 287, the right tackle. These are not players that in the SEC are considered large, but they're talented, they're skilled, or they wouldn't be a team sitting there with a 7-3 record.
Yeah, you're exactly right. So 275-pound average for the guys up front. Unfortunately for their quarterback, they've given up 31 sacks on the season. That's a tough number right there to give up that many sacks. And, we'll probably see this team today throw the ball quick, get it out of their hands, knowing what they got with Dallas Turner and Will Anderson and Byron Young against them, try to make this team one-dimensional. They want to run the ball. We'll probably see that a ton today, but a lot of quick games from these teams. We've seen it so far this season. Utah State got the ball, basically no drop-back passes, and Vanderbilt did the same thing with just a one step from the quarterback out of the gun, try to get rid of it. A team we'll see a lot of screens from, a lot of, we'll see some trick plays. They're not scared to run trick play, which I'm a big fan of. Like seeing those. We saw Lane Kiffin dial up a couple of those last week, and a lot of run-pass options where, if we got a lot of guys in the box, they'll hand it off. If not, a quick slant or quick out to one of the wideouts.
Mike DeLillo's their veteran quarterback out of Pembroke Pines, Florida. He's 6'1", 211, a graduate transfer from Middle Tennessee State. He's thrown for 2,000 yards, almost 2,100 yards this year. That's third best in the A-Sun, over 4,100 in his career. He can sling it.
He does. I like this quarterback. He's got good size. He runs it well. He's not a Jalen Milroe type runner, but he can hurt you with his feet. A lot of zone reads from this quarterback where he'll have the chance to either give it to the running back or pull it. Throws a nice ball. Pretty good pocket awareness. I mean, this guy, he's a pretty good quarterback. I like watching him on tape, and he's got a big task today against the pass rush that Alabama's going to put on him. So screens, run pass options, a lot of perimeter, quick game for DeLillo.
You'll see a trio of guys in the backfield at one time or another. A redshirt freshman out of Decatur and Austin High School, Javon Jackson, 10 carries, 80 yards, couple of scores last week. C.J. Evans, who's out of Mobile, and McGill Tulin, 9 carries for 32, and also Josh Samuel, a transfer from Jacksonville State in Alabama, but he's a grad transfer from Greenville, South Carolina, 7 carries, 64 yards a week ago. They've got enough of a ground game to keep you honest, but at tight end, Jordan Goko is 6'7", 240. We talk about the lack of size, but 6'7", 240 is a big old boy. The grad transfer from Clemens, North Carolina. And then they've got some wideouts that'll catch the football as well, most notably from, last week, Kellen Stewart, I think we're going to see a good bit of in today's ball game. We know we're going to see him in the return game as well.
Yeah, and Dre McCray, number 10 for them, on the season, 64 catches, 929 yards, 9 touchdowns. He's their go-to. He's a pretty good wideout, too. Good size and runs really good routes. He's the deep play threat. He's the one that DeLillo is going to look for most often today. But James Burns, their second leading receiver, we've told he's going to be out today. Like you said, Kellen Stewart. And then Trey Goodman, third on the team right now in yards for the Governors. Tight end's not going to be very involved in the pass game. He's more of a blocker, but at 6'7", 240, I'd like to be able to throw the ball to that guy.
It wouldn't be bad. Dre McCray, one more note on him, the sophomore from Tallahassee. We're talking about 10 catches, 95 yards 1 week ago. We are inside 15 minutes from kickoff, and it's presented by Beatbox, and each Beatbox is bursting with delicious flavors, gluten-free, low sugar, and resealable. Look for it in stores across the Southeast for your next tailgate today. We'll come back and look at more of the starters, and we will have the kick. Today's game is presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. The holiday season is here, and Academy Sports and Outdoors has fun gifts for everyone on your list. Academy Sports and Outdoors, proud partner of the Crimson Tide. We're here. It's a beautiful day. Let's kick it off when we come back on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
This has been the Everwood Countdown to Kickoff Show. Everwood Treatment Company. Everwood. Wood treated right. Also brought to you by Bud Light. It's for the fans. Let's go! Kickoff is just moments away on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Are you sick of pretending to like boring hard seltzers that leave you feeling bloated? Tired of drinking the same old light beer? No time to make a mixed drink with all those complicated ingredients? Then it's time for you to try something different. Beatbox is now an official sponsor of Alabama and the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Packing an 11.1 APV punch, each Beatbox is bursting with delicious flavors. Beatbox is gluten-free, low sugar, and resealable, so you can always take the party on the go. There ain't no party like a Beatbox party. Roll Tide. Please drink responsibly. Must be 21. Convenience is the name of the game at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites Tuscaloosa University. Located on Veterans Memorial Parkway, the Holiday Inn Express and Suites Tuscaloosa University offers just the right amenities for a relaxing getaway or a productive business trip. The University of Alabama, Bryant-Denny Stadium, Coleman Coliseum, and the Bryant Conference Center are within 2 miles, making any visit to the capstone convenient. Whatever you're visiting Tuscaloosa for, the Holiday Inn Express and Suites Tuscaloosa University is the perfect hotel destination and a proud preferred hotel partner of the Crimson Tide.
Hey there, folks. Head fry cook Bob Baumhauer here, and I just want to say thank you for allowing Baumhauer's Victory Grill to serve you for 40 legendary years. When I first delivered Alabama's first taste of buffalo wings back in 1981, people thought I was crazy. For the first few years, I had to give wings away. Imagine that. 40 years later, I'm still proud to serve the great people and visitors of Alabama, our famous buffalo wings, and much more. Here's to 40 years of legendary fun, legendary food, and many, many more.
By now, your daily routine is probably a little too routine. Don't you want to change? Don't you want to start playing by your own rules and escape the routine so your fantasy becomes reality? Where every night is an adventure, where new flavors are ready to be tasted, where it feels like you're a winner. Take a chance. Reward yourself. Make your routine anything but routine. Escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and WindCreekCasino.com.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. He sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself.
For many military veteran caregivers, their caregiving journey starts earlier in life and lasts longer. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
On the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield, turn it up. It's game time. Brought to you by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself. And by Golden Flake, the official potato chip of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Now with a call of the game, here's Chris Stewart and John Parker Wilson.
47 degrees, a few clouds. Not a bad Saturday morning at all as Alabama gets set to take on Austin Peay. Stadium rising as one as we get set for our national anthem.
And join in singing as the $1 Million Band proudly presents our national anthem.
Everybody relax. It was one of ours. Our national anthem. Here on, again, a 47-degree day. No rain forecast as it gets around 50 or a little bit more than that after we get past kickoff. Should be a very nice one here today. Those are our weather and field conditions presented by Alpha Insurance. Protect your car's home, life, and business with Alpha. Get a quote or find a local agent at alphainsurance.com. Proud supporters of the Crimson Tide. Call Alpha. Right now, we're going to call our Cook's Pest Control sideline reporter, former Alabama linebacker, and a guy we have been so happy to have join us for a number of games this year as part of our crew. Christian Miller, great to have you with us again. Once, as usual, you win the Best Dressed Award on the radio crew today, partner.
Chris, I appreciate it, man. I'm glad to be back with you guys, and always a good time being in Bryant-Denny Stadium with Alabama football playing.
You got the tie, you got the sport coat, but again, that's corduroy. That feels pretty good down there today.
Hey, I had to dress warm, man. It's a cold one out here, but yeah, the corduroy is definitely keeping me warm right now.
Much wind down there on the field. Looks like there's a little bit of breeze, but not a whole lot, thankfully.
Yeah, just a little bit of a breeze. Again, it's still nippy out here, but I think these guys are just ready to play some football.
You know, just as John Parker does, having played for Coach Saban, what each game is like, and he tries to keep it as much of a normal week as possible, even though this is not by any stretch the highest profile opponent that Alabama has played this year, certainly not in the last month. But what, from your perspective, was an approach to a game like this for the Crimson Tide at this juncture of the season?
You always just got to go out there and approach it as if it's any other opponent. You always want to play to your standard. The best competitors, they don't care who they're playing. They go out there and impose their will on their opponent, and they look to dominate them, and that's what Coach Saban's been preaching. I liked what he was saying at practice. He was telling these guys, hey, people shouldn't be able to come to practice and tell who we're playing this week. Practice should look the same. We should have high intensity and look like we're ready to go play for a championship, because that's what matters is playing to your standard. And I'm looking forward to seeing the guys do that here today.
And we look forward to hearing from you, Christian, over the course of the day. John Parker, I also talked about this, and I guess we kind of referenced it a bit earlier in the pregame, but I always felt like this was a game where you had a responsibility to your teammates that don't see the field, that are practice players by and large, what we as fans may call practice players. They're part of the team, but they don't get to take the field very much. This is one of those opportunities, though, if the first and second string guys take care of business, they can get some meaningful playing time. How much responsibility did you feel as a starter to get that job done cleanly so you could get off the field and make way for them?
Yeah, and the faster you do it, the more playing time and the more reps they're going to get. It's kind of like, think about great competitors want to win, and they want to dominate you no matter what they're doing or who you're playing. It'd be like Kobe Bryant playing a pig in a basketball game. He's going to show no mercy if he's out there on the basketball court, because that's what he does. I mean, Tiger Woods, you play him in golf, he's going to go try to shoot a 60 and doesn't care what you're shooting. That's what you got to do today is be who you are. Be Alabama. Go out there, impose your will on the other team, and then you're exactly right. Let the other guys get in there, and the quicker you can do it, the more and more guys are going to be able to do that. And there's a lot more guys dressed out today than there would be for an SEC game, so even more chances for those guys to get in the game.
Still a little more than 5 minutes away from kickoff in this one as the captains are making their way out of the locker room right now. As usual, Bryce Young, Will Anderson are the captains, and they are joined today, not surprised to see this, Byron Young named as a captain for this one. He was absolutely sensational in the Tide's win at Ole Miss.
I think he earned it. He's a senior who's really come on big. He's leading the defensive line right now in tackles. He's got 44. That's good for 6 on a team. And that's a pretty high tackle number for an interior defensive lineman. And usually their responsibility is taking on the blocks and then allowing the linebackers and the safeties to come up and make those tackles. But a disruptive guy who really showed out this past week, and good for him. Good for him getting it going. We've been looking for a spark, and to me last week he was that spark for our defense. So hopefully we can keep that mentality today and finish out the rest of the season with that same one.
Tide taking the field and getting, as usual, a great round of applause from the home crowd that's here. We mentioned the game captains. The honorary captain, our kickoff captain today, is Malin Kate Carson from Madison, Alabama. May is 8 years old, loves the Tide, and joins us today courtesy of Barclay GMC and Make-A-Wish Alabama. We want to welcome May and her parents, Megan and Paul, to Bryant-Denny Stadium and wish her the best out there with the captains for the coin toss, as we will hear that coin toss in a moment. But right now we pause 10 seconds so our local stations can identify themselves to you. Welcome to the Crimson Tide Sports Network. May out at midfield. I think she wants to start. She's out in the middle of everybody, including the referee, Kyle Olson, who will give us the instructions for today's game. And if I'm not mistaken, Jeremiah Castile and Caleb Castile, 2 honorary captains for today as well for the Tide. And yep, Maylynn's getting the welcome officially from Kyle Olson as we listen in down on the field.
Austin Peay, welcome to Alabama, guys. You're the visiting team, so you're making the call, right? Name's Josh, right, Josh? Okay. Gentlemen, I have a coin here that has the American flag on one side with the Statue of Liberty and then the Liberty Bell. This is tails, this is heads. Gentlemen, I will flip it and let it fall. What's your call? Tails has been called. Here we go, guys. It is heads. You've won the toss. What do you want, Bryce? We'll take the ball. You want to take the football? Which way you want to kick, Josh? We'll kick that way. All right, line up over here, Austin Peay. Over here for me. Alabama has won the opening coin toss, is elected to receive.
I love that intro with Kyle Olson, our referee. Welcome to Alabama, Austin Peay. Y'all get plenty to eat? That was what I was waiting to hear next. That was outstanding. Oh, great way to get it going. Hey, it's game day. Time to go play.
Bryce Young, we'll take the ball.
Yeah.
We're going to go put 6 points on the board real quick.
That sounds like a plan, and that is absolutely the thought process down on the field. Get the ball, score quick, make it clear that you're here to play today. Don't let this be like the Citadel a few years ago, where it's 10-10 going to the locker room and ain't nobody wanting to go in there and have the paint peeled off the walls by that man.
No, let's get out here and take care of some business. Try to be explosive on offense, and you know, get some big plays. Let's go out here and work on some things, but put some points on the board. See how many guys we can get in the game today.
Alabama taking on Austin Peay. The Governor's wearing the red pants, and I do mean red. The white jerseys, the red helmets. Bama, of course, the iconic crimson helmets, the crimson jerseys, the white pants, and we miss you, Eli, the crimson piping down the side of those pants. Crimson Tide will indeed receive. And it looks as though, yep, Emmanuel Henderson will be one of the 2 deep men, with Ja'Cory Brooks being the other. Jameer Gibbs, I doubt we'll see today,
no,
just based on that.
I think I saw right there from the Jumbotron, Cameron Latu also in street clothes. So the guys that are banged up, try to give them an extra week before the Iron Bowl.
That one, always big, regardless of the record for either squad. The kickoff by Riley Stevens heading into the end zone. It'll be picked up, and oh, son, what are you doing? He's going to run it out. He's going to get across the 5 to the 10-yard line, and that is a major mistake.
Not a way to start
the
game.
youngster.
The ball was a line drive kick, almost like you'd see a squib kick, that made it all the way to the end zone. And I think he was confused if he touched the ball. He didn't actually touch it until he was in the end zone. Could have made it a touchback. Panicked, brought it out, made a guy miss, got it back to the 8-yard line, but not the way you want to start the game right there.
Emmanuel Henderson with the return all the way to the 8-yard line. That's the Alabama 8. So the Tide will start inside their own 10. Nick Saban doesn't like the execution on that, but he probably kind of loves the fact that the offense is challenged back inside their own 10 to start the drive. He won't admit that. I'm probably dead wrong. I normally am, but we'll see what happens here with Robbie Utes, the tight end, to the left side. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. They will hand it off, and running left and then back between the tackles will be Jace McClellan. He'll pick up nice yardage, a gain of about 5 on the first down carry.
Yeah, good run off the left edge right there, cutting it back to the middle field. Solid pickup on first down. Love to see that. Explosive from the offensive line.
Bama hurries to the line of scrimmage with 2 wideouts each side. Now one of those will come in tight left. That's Robbie Utes, and again more snaps for him with Latu out today in street clothes. You've got now Bryce taking his time getting the play called. The play clock winding down now. It's at 10 seconds. It's at 8. Bryce still barking instructions. Gets the snap at 5. Looking to his left, looking downfield, looking deep. He's got Ja'Cory Brooks. He'll make the grab. He will then drop the football. No, they're going to say it's an incomplete pass. He had it in his hands, and then as he hit the deck and popped loose, that's one he would love to have back.
Yeah, Bryce off the play action, looking left, and basically uses the post deep to the check down. Ja'Cory run down the middle of the field, had to make an adjustment back to the ball, had the catch, and it was the ground that made the fumble. Would have been a big play for Alabama.
Amari Nyblack, one of the tight ends, now in for Alabama. 3rd down and 5. Let's see if Bama can extend the drive right here. Play clock now down to 10 seconds. And again from the pistol, Bryce with a single setback. McClellan to his left. A pair of wideouts right, one left in Burton. He will look that direction. Burton will make the grab at the 25. Gets ahead to the 28. That'll be enough for the first down of the game for the Crimson Tide. And that is brought to you by ATIX. Let ATIX be your ticket connection to all the Alabama football games. ATIX is the ticket. The assist from Roger Hoover on that is now Alabama will operate from their own 27-yard line with a fresh set of downs. Bryce with a man to his right goes play action. We'll swing it out to JoJo Earl, who cuts it back up, gets to the 30, maybe the 31. Actually, they're going to spot it back at the 29 now, as they say his knee was down, and a flag appears to be down as well.
Illegal formation, offense, more than 4 players in the backfield. 5-yard penalty, first down.
So somebody offset off the line there.
Yeah, one of the receivers didn't get on the line of scrimmage. Had 2 split out to the right. Brooks and Burton were the lead blockers, and I don't know how we make that mistake on the opening script. We're still on our top 15 plays right here.
It's again one of those mental mistakes that Nick Saban, physical mistake as well, obviously, but not getting lined up right. Nick Saban not happy with it. They'll run it right side. McClellan, he will lower the shoulder and work his way across the 25, getting back to about the 26-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and right at 10 or 11 from that spot. We got 13 minutes to go in the opening quarter. No score. First drive of the game. Alabama with the football. Operating from the near hash. The near sideline occupied by Austin Peay as we broadcast. Opposite of the Alabama sideline. On 2nd down, and they will now say 9.5. Young operating. Little pitch to the right side. Getting it to Roydell Williams, who will move across the 40 and get near the 41-yard line. That's enough to move the sticks. The first first down after a 14-yard rushing play.
Perfect play call. Had a blitz coming from the field, so that defensive end is dropping, and Bryce Young runs a speed option right off that end. Quick pitch to Roydell. Pick up the first down.
Jason McClellan back into the ball game. He'll be to the right side of Bryce Young, who will hand him the football. He'll run right side. He'll get running room across midfield. 45-40, still on his feet, knocked out of bounds, shy of the 30-yard line. Another nice run from Alabama on back-to-back plays. That time from Jason McClellan. Again, the bank first down. This time it goes for 27.
And most of the time when you have big explosive runs like that, it's helped out by a wide receiver. And right there, Ja'Cory Brooks coming from the right side, coming down the line of scrimmage. Huge lick on the safety to spring Roydell free.
J.C. Latham cleared things out on that right side for him as a timeout is going to be called by Austin Peay. Timeout on the field. We'll take the break as well. We've got 11:49 to go in the opening quarter. No score, but Alabama threatening on its opening drive when we come back on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Here in Tuscaloosa, Saturdays are in the details. It takes the 2-minute drills and the tailgates on the quad. The blitzes, the bombs, and Big Al. Because when anything can happen, every detail counts. Like getting an updated COVID-19 booster. This season, we're reminding Crimson Tide fans to get an updated COVID-19 booster shot designed for recent Omicron variants. Learn about eligibility and schedule an appointment at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
It's football season. Time to take your tailgate tradition to the next level with the Ford F-150 truck. Power up with an available ProPower onboard generator. And with an available 3.5-liter EcoBoost engine, you can tow just about anything you need to rule the stadium lot. For great offers on F-150, visit your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Crimson Tide. Auto Models, trims, or features may be available. Contact your dealer for more information.
In SEC sports, the ifs come at you every minute. What if your QB had released the ball a second earlier? What if the head coach hadn't used his last time out? What if your team goes all the way this season? If you love the tradition, if you live for the rivalry, if you can't wait each week for the absolute edge of your seat action, Regions is right there with you as the official bank of the SEC.
Regions can't help you with the ifs in sports. Regions helps you embrace the youth in life.
Member FDIC.
No score between Alabama and Austin Peay with 11:49 left to go in the first quarter. Today's game is presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. The holiday season is here, and Academy Sports and Outdoors has fun gifts for everyone on your list. Academy Sports and Outdoors is a proud partner of the Crimson Tide. Again, no score between the Governors and the Crimson Tide with 11:49 still to go in this first quarter as we continue live from the Alabama Credit Union broadcast booth.
Roger Hoover, thank you so much. John Parker Wilson, nice start for the Crimson Tide. Not perfect, but a couple of third down conversions and looking strong so far in the run game.
Yeah, definitely 51 yards so far in the run game. It's exactly what you want to have from Alabama. Come out, run the ball, establish your dominance, and now, had a drop from Brooks deep in the game, but I like his trying to push the ball downfield. It was a good route, just got to reel it in.
Brooks will be the lone wide out to the left side. They'll have Jermaine Burton and JoJo Earl split wide right. McClellan, again, the running back to the left of Bryce Young. He's got a tight end and Robbie Utes on the left side of the formation as well. Four-man front for Austin Peay. Play action by Young. Plenty of time in the pocket. Now he will roll to his left. Still trying to buy some more time. Pressure coming. Throws back across the field. Brooks gets leveled as he stretches inside the 20-yard line to the 19. Another bank first down as Alabama gets into that Chick-fil-A red zone on a 14-yard pickup.
God, all day long for Bryce right there. Could have read a book, rolled to the left, and then somehow find Jaquarii Brooks all the way back on the right side to move the chains.
Handoff goes to McClellan, trying to weave his way through traffic. Now bulling his way forward to the 15-yard line. A gain of 3.5, maybe 4 on the play. Second down for Alabama from there as we've got 11:11 remaining in the opening quarter of play.
Love the way McClellan runs the ball. It's just hard, isn't it? He's always falling forward right there. A couple extra yards after first contact. Splitting out wide right there now, coming up on this play, but a good hard run from McClellan.
Empty set, as you said, 5 wideouts with McClellan nearest to the Alabama sideline. Far side of the field from us. Bryce getting the snap. Looking, throwing right side. Catch made. Earl makes one man miss. Gets back inside the 10. Down to about the 8-yard line. That'll be enough for, again, a bank first down with an 11-yard pickup.
Laser right there from Bryce. It was a 5-yard out route from Earl. The slot receiver had Jaquarii Brooks coming over the top of him. Quarterback slipped off, so right there, quick out, pick up the first down.
Kendall Randolph in at tight end. You've got Kobe Prittis, Kendrick Law in at wide out as well for the Crimson Tide. McClellan, single setback, lined up behind Bryce, who's in the pistol formation at the moment. Gets a snap, stretch handoff right side, and then game tackling by Austin Peay. That's their best defensive play. It'll be a loss of a couple there for the Crimson Tide as the clock moves at the 10-minute mark of this opening quarter.
Yeah, we brought in the big guys. Randolph came in, so they went a 5-down line. They had everybody in the box right there. Man-to-man coverage, press coverage on the outside. Wish we could have thrown the ball, but that play was probably designed with no check for Bryce possibility, so just have to line up, try to run it right there for Alabama now. Second down and goal. We got to get something going here.
McClellan out, Roydale Williams in for the Crimson Tide. They'll bring the man in motion to the near side. It's actually Earl who will stop in the slot to the left side of the formation. Brooks split slightly to the right side with a play clock at 5. Bryce with time. Looking, firing across the middle. That ball is dropped, or is it caught? It's dropped, incomplete. He was trying to connect with Kendrick Law, but he had several Governors around him with 9:20 to go in the quarter. Alabama faced with a 3rd and goal from the 8.
Play call came back across the middle. It was really not a part of the play. Bryce started on the right side of the field, and then Law came from the left, and just too congested right there in the middle. But all day long again for Bryce. He hasn't had a rush whatsoever in the passing game.
Just the second 3rd down for Alabama on this drive as Brooks will go wide left, leaving 2 men wide right, those being Law and Earl. Snap goes to Young. Looking all day. Nobody near him. Great job by the line. He will step up in the pocket. He's going to run it. He's inside the 5. He gets hit at the goal line, and he is going to be just shy of the goal line. It will be 4th and goal from a foot away. Antoine Williams, Josh Rudolph. 2 linebackers came up to deliver the hits, and Nick Saban says, let's bring the tight ends in. We're going to go for it right here. Not surprising on 4th and less than a yard.
Yeah, good job from Bryce. Nowhere to go with the football all day long. They're going to run a quick snap right here. They're in the huddle, right up the line of scrimmage. Under center also.
Now R&D with Robbie Utes as the fullback. Roydale Williams behind him. 3 tight ends, and a timeout is called, I believe, by Austin Peay. They are going all in with the chips on this opening drive. Scotty Walden, the head coach, wanted to make sure the Governors are all on the same page, and this is big right here. This is something that regardless of how this game goes, if they could hang their hat on stopping Alabama at the 1 on the opening drive, that's something they would definitely build off of.
Well, I honestly think head coach Scotty Walden right here took that timeout just to fire his team up. I mean, he's running out on the field to give them some extra motivation, knowing how big of a play this is. Stop Alabama on the 1-yard line, bring in the big guys. They know exactly what we're going to run. Nothing fancy here from Alabama. So you just got to try to dig it out if you're the Governors. See if you can stop Bama right here on their opening drive.
And a challenge for Alabama, because this is the type of thing they've not necessarily been able to do, and that's blow the opposition off the line of scrimmage. And with that in mind, Jace McClellan's going to come into the game.
Typically seen Roydale Williams in these situations, but sticking with McClellan.
With, again, the fullback, Robbie Utes, tight end offset to the left side, and Miles Kitzelman. He will shift to the right side, joining Randolph there. Handoff right ahead toward the goal line and in. Touchdown, Alabama. Austin Peay thought they had turned away the tide. They're celebrating. They don't realize Alabama did indeed score. Forward progress got him in. Touchdown, Alabama. And it's 6-0 Crimson Tide.
Austin Peay trying to plead their case, but I think Jace McClellan was able to get in off the right side.
Yeah.
Put his head down. He was in. He was
clearly
in the paint.
He got pushed back pretty quickly. They're going to review
on the field. It's a touchdown.
Hurry up and kick it, guys. Let's go.
Yep. Scotty Walden is right in the face of the official on the near side, who threw his hands up pretty quick.
Rolling on the field of a touchdown. It's under video review.
And look, you know, ideally he walks into the end zone untouched. That wasn't what happened, but you just got to cross the plane, and I thought clearly he did that.
I did too. Haven't seen a replay yet from the TV, and you know, this is a game that is not on national TV. It's streaming.
It will run later. They've got the same coverage.
Yeah, same cameras
same
in the
cameras and everything. So the technology is supposed to be the same. Each official review is brought to you by My Eye Doctor, with 20 convenient locations for your busy schedule. Don't miss a single play this season. Eye care and eyewear really are better together at My Eye Doctor. Visit them online, myeyedr.com, to learn more. So Bama thinks they're in. It was ruled a touchdown. They would have to see enough on video replay to overturn it, and I'm not really sure, based on that angle, how you could.
Looks to me like I get in, but what happened is Jace was blocked up pretty well, and he left his feet. He tried, and then it wasn't even like he was trying to go over the top. He just kind of left his feet, diving into the bodies, and I mean, it was close, but to me, he got in. And I haven't seen. Right now, we're looking at the pylon cam, and it's not a very good, clear picture.
I'll be honest, if Austin Peay's players had not reacted the way they did, it would have never crossed my mind that he didn't get in.
Yeah.
I thought he was clearly in, like a third of his body was across the line, or at least that's what I thought I was seeing initially. Christian, what are you hearing down there? What do you see?
From my eyes, I was on the opposite side, but I was in the end zone, and it looked like he crossed the plane first before getting pushed back. We'll hear it right now.
After video review, the ruling on a touchdown stands.
And again, nothing, when they say it stands, that means there's not enough to overturn it. But, you know, again, Scotty Walden showing that he's fighting for his team right there. They showed some fight on that drive, but Alabama did as well, got the job done.
Yeah, went 97 total yards, 35 through the air, 62 on the rush. I'd love to see that. And, man, Bryce Young, his jersey might not get dirty today after that open drive for the offensive line.
I would be just fine with that. He got popped pretty good at the one on the run play, but still able to get in as Reichert is on to try the extra point. All-time leading scorer, boots it through, and Alabama has a 7-0 lead. Good start for the Crimson Tide, 13 plays, 92 yards, 6:28 off the game clock. That is your scoring drive, brought to you by Bromberg's. A break in Tuscaloosa, and then we're back after this on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Bancorp South Bank and Cadence Bank have come together to form a new, even better bank. The new Cadence is more than a merger. Together, we offer more convenience, accessibility, and simplicity through an expanded branch network, secure technology, and enhanced products and services. It's the best of both banks from the same financial services experts you know and trust. Cadence Bank, helping opportunity take shape. Visit cadencebank.com/the new Cadence. Member FDIC.
Roll Tide. This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
To protect his home and family from disaster, Steve used courage, wisdom, and his camera phone.
That should do it.
Way to go, Steve! By simply taking digital pictures of his family's important documents, Steve can always have them stored safely online, no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. Being a veteran, it's interwoven into your DNA. It is really the absence of the connection and the purpose that can really drive a lot of veterans to some negative thoughts. For those who are in a suicidal crisis, the window of time to save somebody's life is very short. Our duty is to protect ourselves and protect our families. And one way you can do that is store your weapons safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
8:28 left to go in the first quarter. The Crimson Tide with a 7-0 lead against Austin Peay. The Crimson Tide just scored a rushing touchdown, so you score a free donut with a purchase of a beverage from Dunkin'. Run by your local Alabama Dunkin' tomorrow and redeem this offer using your Alabama Crimson Tide app or visit rolltide.com/Dunkin'. You can score more with Dunkin' and Bama touchdowns all season long.
Roger Hoover, thank you so very much. Glad to have you with us as it started off a sunny but chilly morning. It has become an overcast and still chilly morning here in Tuscaloosa. Cam Thomas and Kellen Stewart will be the deep men for Austin Peay back inside their own 5. In fact, both standing on their goal line. Will Reichert waiting on the go-ahead from television, and that he will go through his pre-kick routine to get things going for Alabama here. The Tide with a nice 13-play, 92-yard scoring drive, and as we were talking during the break, 6.5-minute drive was great to see as well from Alabama. A lot of that taking place on the ground as Reichert's kick will be fielded at the 5-yard line by Thomas. Gets it across the 15, the 20, and he pushes across the 25 to the 28-yard line. So basically +3 for Austin Peay, if you will, as they'll start their drive beyond that 25-yard mark. And the Governors will come out for the first time. Mike DeLillo is their quarterback, the grad transfer from Middle Tennessee, 6'1", 211, a native of Pembroke Pines, Florida, and a good one, who's third in the Atlantic Sun in passing this year at almost 2,100 yards. They'll go with an empty set, 4 wideouts to the left side of the formation, 1 to the right side. Operating from their own 28, DeLillo. Waiting on the snap from Armstrong, swings it out near side, bubble screen, and Dre McCray, who had 10 catches a week ago, gets one right there. 10 on 10. Henry To'o wearing number 10, hitting number 10, Dre McCrary. Gain of a couple on the play, actually no gain, excuse me, because he just got back to the line of scrimmage. C.J. Evans in the backfield. They'll swing it out right side. That's a lateral. Looking for a double pass downfield, and a man got behind the secondary, but the pass was so horribly thrown that Bama caught a break right there.
Told you pregame they like the trick play. Second play right there. Tried to hit McCray on the double pass. Love it, though. The screen they set up, they run a lot of screens. Quarterback threw it laterally, and he had his guys wide open.
Yeah, Trey Goodman was being chased, and throwing on the run, not a strong suit, we have learned, as they were trying to connect with McCray downfield. He threw it about like I would, even if no one was guarding me, chasing me. Now on 3rd down and 10. DeLillo looking downfield deep. He's got a man and thankfully overthrew him. That's twice we've been burned on the drive, and thankfully the Governors don't connect. Kellen Stewart had a step and a half on Kool-Aid McKinstry, and I think it was also the Crimson Tide's DeMarco Helms, the free safety, who couldn't get back there either.
Yeah, it was a miscommunication between Helms and Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid thought he had a safety help over top. It's Kellen Stewart had a chance, and DeLillo, talk about wanting the ball right back. That was a touchdown all day long if he just put a little bit more air underneath it.
So here's Max Trujillo on punt. Check that, I'm sorry. Matt Rigney punting. He is from Newcastle, Australia, and that is going to be touched by Alabama and picked up by Austin Peay. The Crimson Tide making a mistake in special teams after looking efficient offensively. The Tide looked really bad, really on defense, and then on special teams. Isaiah Bond, I believe, is the man who touched it. And Austin Peay will come up with it and have great field position.
Yeah, it was a low line drive kick.
Going on the field as the receiving team touched the ball, and the kick team recovered. First down, Austin Peay.
It was Kendrick Law, and he's coming down with the gunner on the return team, and he gets a late signal for Kool-Aid. So he's running full speed. Kool-Aid's going to tell him to get out of the way, and he's just running full speed and gets hit with the ball.
So Kool-Aid may not have communicated.
I think it was on Kool-Aid, because he's got to tell everybody, get away, get away. As he's running full speed, it was just too late. It was bang, bang.
Busted coverage by Kool-Aid, and now mistake on return. They're going to sling it out right side. The Governors will, and the catch is going to be made around the 30-yard line. Nice grab over there by McCray once again. Already his second grab, and the third time he's been targeted in this early going. C.J. Evans now in the backfield as they hurry to the line of scrimmage. DeLillo will look deep left side. He's got a man there, and that's going to be beyond the reach of the intended target. Joshua DeCambra, grad transfer from Wagner University, was matched up there against Kool-Aid.
And had another step on him. I mean, a little more air under the ball, another chance for a touchdown pass. I think he's probably got a little nerves right now. Going a little quick. Had another chance for a touchdown. We're going to soften up that coverage a little bit, not letting them behind us.
Austin Peay 0 for 1 on third downs. Third and about 2.5 needed. They've got two wideouts each side stacked. They'll bring a man in motion from the right side to the left. Now he'll change directions. Play action to him. They'll sling it out left side. They'll get the first down inside the 25 and down to the 22-yard line. That is McCray. A lot of eye candy right there to get it to the man you know is the target of their offense.
Yeah, they're looking for number 10, McCray. A little window dressing with a short motion in the backfield. You think it's going to go back to the right with that when he comes in and then quickly returns to where he came from. Quarterback rolled left, just an easy pitch and catch to the outside for the first down.
Evans in the backfield with DeLillo, the quarterback. They will shift McCray to the right side of the formation. He's in the slot there. One of two men right. They've got two wideouts left as well. First and 10 play. Quick slant. Catch made. Hit delivered inside the 15-yard line. Kellen Stewart, the freshman out of Rosenberg, Texas, making that grab.
Yeah, just a double slant from the outside from the Governors. And good throw, good catch, good route right there from Austin Peay. Another solid pickup on first down for 7.
Goodman, DeCambra, and Stewart split wide right. They are 3 of the 4 that way, but they'll run an option pitch left side. They'll get a first down and then get shoved out of bounds. C.J. Evans on the carry. The hit delivered by Jalen Moody on the sideline to knock him out of bounds, but not until they move the sticks. It'll be first and goal from the Alabama 8, and the mistake in special teams keeping the drive going for Austin Peay, and they are running right at the Crimson Tide offensively. They'll hand it off right up the gut, breaking away from one tackle, then getting inside the 5 to the 3. That is Evans. Stopped by DeMarco Hellens. He's the only thing that saved the touchdown there. Not our finest hour defensively for the Crimson Tide against the Governors. Once more, they'll go up the middle, this time on the quarterback keep. Will Anderson delivering the stop there for the Tide, but not until DeLillo gets inside the 5 to about the 2-yard line. And they spot it back at 3 as they unpile everybody, but it's 3rd and goal, probably 2-down territory.
I would imagine, yeah, 2-down territory inside the 5-yard line right now. Have 2 chances to try to tie Alabama here with 5:16 left to go in the first quarter, and they're moving the ball right now. They're playing well. Alabama's going to pick up the intensity on defense. Just kind of looks like we hadn't woken up yet.
Jack Baker, one of the tight ends, I think they've got 3 in right now. Looks like they're going to go power right here with a play clock down to 7. They got to hurry. It's at 5. Well, they got 10 men on the line of scrimmage, splitting one man wide right. Quarterback keep. He's going to get wrapped up. A loss of 1 on the play. Great job by the Alabama defense there, and really the first time as Jaheim Otis leads the charge. First time we've said that on this drive. Great job by the defense.
Yeah, Christian getting in the backfield right there from Otis.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, clearly just the definition of our jumbo is bigger than their jumbo. They went jumbo package. They had extra linemen in the game, all their tight ends in the game, and it obviously wasn't enough. And the Alabama defense did a great job getting the stop on 3rd down right there.
Despite a loss of 1.5 yards, they're going to go for it here. Can't blame them in the least, trying to tie it up with Alabama here on the opening drive. 4:18 to go in the first quarter. Empty set for DeLillo. The quarterback will throw a little jump pass. It is going to be incomplete. Great job by Bama defensively, and they'll turn the Governors away. As was the case at Oxford a week ago, opening drive sees the opposition moving right down the field. The Bama defense bends dramatically, but refuses to break. Still 7-0, 4:10 to go first quarter. When we come back here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
You mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with 0 sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
At Alabama, Coach Saban talks about the process. It's about doing everything the right way all the time to be successful. While at Dex Imaging, we believe in the process as well. Do the job right and take care of your customers to help them be more successful. With locations throughout the Southeast, including Mobile, Birmingham, and Tuscaloosa, put the process to work for your business. Contact the professionals at Dex Imaging. Dex Imaging, the official copier and printer provider of the Crimson Tide.
Tide fans, it's game day. Time to huddle up with friends and family, take your seat, and open a bag of your favorite Golden Flake snacks. So rip open that bag of Golden Flake or any of our other delicious snacks from the Utz family of brands and settle in, because when you snack with Golden Flake, you're taking part in an Alabama football tradition. Golden Flake, celebrating 65 years as the official chip of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Alabama leads Austin Peay 7-0 with 4:10 left to go in the first quarter. The Crimson Tide defense getting that 4th down stop. That is the big-time stop of the game. It's brought to you by Truckworks, the official commercial truck dealer of the Crimson Tide, with 13 locations across the Southeast to keep your business rolling. Now Alabama gets to take over at its own 3-yard line with a 7-0 lead.
Thank you, Roger. Boy, JP, that was a pretty lousy start for Alabama defensively. If you just joined us, Alabama took the opening kick, took 6.5 minutes off the clock, marched down the field, scored on 4th and goal from a foot to make it 7-0. Frankly, Austin Peay missed on 2 deep plays where they had Alabama beat, had to go basically 3 and out, punted. Bama has a man there on the blocking unit get hit in the back with a football. So fail to communicate. They get great field position, marching inside the 5, and then all of a sudden the Bama defense wakes up.
Hey, it's time to play, boys. Otis, the big gap front with a big play on that drive. After the turnover, they went 9 plays for 33 yards, but hey, kept them out of the end zone. Now Alabama's offense gets a chance to go to work and after a drive, the first one went 92 yards. This one's got a chance to go 97 yards. So let's see if we can get it done.
Kendrick Law in at wide out to the right side of the formation. The Shreveport native, as Jace McClellan is standing in the end zone behind the quarterback. Bryce Young is in the end zone taking the pistol snap, swings it out. Nice grab by Law left side, and he will try to stay in bounds and try to fight forward, but he may have lost a yard in the process. Shamari Simmons, the strong safety from Ashland, Alabama, played at Clay Central High School before going to Hutchinson Community College in Kansas, makes the stop for Austin Peay.
Extra game's forward progress on that, Chris. Out
to break.
It's a huge break. I thought he reversed course and ran back, but they gave us a 3-yard gain right there. But a really good route, really good catch from Bond on that play.
To the 5, it's 2nd down and 7 from right there. Handoff going to McClellan, makes one man miss, fights his way forward, gets a first down, gets more before he's chopped down around the 18-yard line. A nice pickup on 2nd down. That's enough for a first down after a 13-yard gain.
Shifty right there made a move on the linebacker to break a tackle and keep it going. Nice run from McClellan and a huge pickup. Nice run ball. 2nd down, run the ball. These big guys in the offensive line having a day so far.
Robbie Utes, one of those offensive linemen. He's the tight end coming into the right side. They will hand it off to McClellan. Huge hole right up the middle. Breaks one tackle, gets across the 30, gets to the 35 and the 36. Boy, guy who won't get credit for the tackle had a handful of jersey that still saved the score because it slowed him down. He was ready to go like he did against Texas.
I had my hand up. I thought he was gone. I thought it was out of the house. But he got just enough on him to slow him down, but hit the hole. Huge hole from the offensive line off the left guard. Another first down.
Seth McLaughlin, Javian Cohen making that 19 run possible. Get off to a good start. This one doesn't go for as many yards, but still about a gain of 4 or 5 by Roydale Williams as he had checked in for McClellan just prior to that snap. Good to see Bama running it effectively. I'm very interested in seeing what the defense looks like the next time they get out. Hopefully, after Alabama finishes this drive with another touchdown. We've got 2:12 and moving time left here in the opening quarter of play. A 7-0 Alabama lead. Strong side right. Handoff goes to Williams. Bounces it to the edge. He'll get knocked down at the 45-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about a yard upcoming.
It's good vision from Roydale. Trying to run it off the left, and it was just blocked up well. Austin Peay did a good job up front, but he was able to kick it back to the right side, give us a chance to out 3rd and 1. He's going to stay in the game, probably keep it on the ground right here for Alabama. Try to move the big guys up front.
Bama 1 of 2 on 3rd down so far. McLaughlin set to snap it. Young handing it off. Williams gets the first down, gets to the midfield stripe, and they'll give him forward progress to the 49-yard line of Austin Peay. Move the sticks for Alabama. Another bank first down for the Crimson Tide.
It's the 8th one of the game, and another good cutback, good vision from Roydale to pick up, move the chains. Window dressing from Alabama again as the quick motion. Though might see a little toss in front of Bryce when Law went in motion, but handed it off, picked up the first down.
Pair of wideouts to the right side for Alabama. Looks like Law and Bond with McClellan, the running back, and the Tide will work it to Isaiah Bond, and then may have lost the football, judging from the reaction of Austin Peay. He did, but no signal by the officials as of yet. Looks like it's going to stay Alabama football.
Austin Peay thought they had it.
So they thought they kept us out of the end zone earlier, too.
That is very true.
On the field was the runner was down prior to losing possession. 2nd down.
See, you got the replay right here. Yeah, he was down. Backside, touched the ground. And they ripped it out after that, but he was already down, so Alabama's going to keep the ball.
It's like they may review
this. Take a timeout.
Or they're going to call a timeout and beg for a review. Know this much, Scotty Walden is not pacing himself.
He is not scared to use these timeouts. 27 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Youthful exuberance from the Austin Peay head coach, whose team is 7-3 on the year. Alabama, of course, sitting right now
rolling on the
with
field,
a mark of 8-2.
the ball carrier being down prior to losing possession is under video review.
Again, we remind you that each official review is brought to you by My Eye Doctor. You can go online and learn more at myeydr.com. alabama.com to learn more. They've also got 20 convenient locations to fit your busy schedule. Eye care and eyewear really are better together at my eye doctor. Well, the run game has moved the pace along rather rapidly. The timeouts and challenges have not. So it's kind of evened out. 27 seconds remaining in this first quarter of play, as Bama's got the 7-0 lead and now operates from inside Austin Peay territory. Should the play stand and Bama maintain possession. You see anything on there that would give you any idea?
Judging from the replay, I don't think there's a chance with this.
I think he was closer to getting back up again before he was losing the football.
Yeah, Demetrius Ford, the cornerback, is trying to fight for the ball as he's going down. But Bond is able to get his second hand on top of it.
7-play, 49-yard drive so far for the Crimson Tide. You see anything different?
They're showing the replay. I don't know if there's going to be enough evidence on this because the ball is. I don't know if he's lost possession before he goes down, but
the longer it goes, the worse the odds of Alabama, I think, gaining possession, because they may be talking about where to spot it.
Chris, after looking at this thing, I can see where they could call it. Austin Peay's radio broadcast is next to us. We're seeing them. They think they got the ball. And like you said, this is taking a lot longer than we originally thought.
Well, they're writing some numbers down.
We got to hold on to the ball. It's poor blocking on the perimeter. It was a jet sweep coming from Law. He catches it full stride. Bryce flips it underneath to him. Poor blocking on the outside. That's why he got held up. And still, you got to keep the possession high and tight for the ball carriers. Yeah, they're writing down in their notebook right here.
I'll tell you what, I think they're going to get the ball, Austin Peay, and with the way they moved the football on their last drive, it is understandable why they would be fired up on the governor's sideline. We get the call once again from our referee.
After video review, the runner was not down prior to losing possession. Therefore, it is a fumble recovered by the defense. First down, Austin Peay at the 48-yard line.
Kyle Olson telling us what we thought we might hear after seeing that review for a second time. 2 fumbles already by Alabama. Both of them have been lost to Austin Peay.
You got to give credit to head coach Scotty Walton of taking that timeout and forcing the review, because it didn't look like the play was going to be reviewed, but he called the timeout, got some good advice from the box, and Austin Peay, like you said, moved the ball well after the turnover from Alabama on special teams, and got a chance again after the second turnover from Alabama this game. Still in the first quarter, 27 seconds left to go. A couple plays before timeout for Alabama.
C.J. Evans in the backfield with the quarterback Mike DeLillo, who looked really good on the opening drive. 4 wideouts left. They'll hand it off up the middle. They'll pick up 4 or 5 yards on that quick hitter. Henry To'o makes the tackle, but not until Evans, the junior running back out of McGill-Toolen High School down in Mobile, picks up 5 yards. McCray and DeCamera are 2 wideouts in formation. They're split to the right side. 2 more stacked left. DeLillo walking up to the line of scrimmage. Did he get the play off in time? He did not. Play clock tick down, or the quarter
that
clock,
is the end of the first quarter.
Hit 0. So, well, not a stellar first quarter, but regardless, after the first 15 minutes, Alabama's got the lead. 7-0 over Austin Peay. We're back to Tuscaloosa after this on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Putting together a winning drive
30 long from the shotgun.
Takes focus, determination.
There's the snap, dropping back.
And that powerful form of energy.
Scrambles to his right, looking downfield.
Called belief.
Launches it toward the end zone.
That belief in a team, in a community of fans, in each other.
Touchdown!
That powerful energy connects us all. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Power for a better Alabama.
Hey Bama fans, Hibbett has the hottest footwear from Nike, Jordan, and other name brands, including the latest from Retro Jordans, KD, LeBron, and more to match toe-to-head. Plus pick up officially licensed Alabama gear at your local Hibbett store. And at Hibbett, We reward you for your purchases. Become an MVP today and enjoy exclusive perks for shopping with us. Visit Hibbett.com for more details. Roll Tide.
The elephant, powerful, relentless, a beast with brains. When the earth starts to tremble and the distant rumble grows, get ready. The Crimson Tide is coming. This Alabama tradition is brought to you by your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the Crimson Tide. Find great offers on Ford F-150 trucks at buyfordnow.com today. Auto models, trims, or features may be available. Contact your dealer for more information.
And our scoreboard is brought to you live this morning by the folks at Alabama Power, proud to support the Crimson Tide. Mississippi State is leading East Tennessee 21-0 second quarter. A&M and UMass tied at 3 right now, second quarter. Florida 3-0 lead over Vanderbilt. And number 3 Michigan leading their opponent Illinois 7-0. I'm Brian Houseworth, back to the Alabama Credit Union broadcast booth. Take it away, Roger.
Thank you, Brian. The first quarter recap presented by Auto Owners Insurance. Proud to support the Crimson Tide this season. Visit RollTide.com/AutoOwners to partner with an independent Alabama agent who can provide local, personalized expertise today. 7-0 lead for the Crimson Tide. Alabama with 146 yards of total offense compared to 37 for the Governors. Today's game is presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. This holiday season is here, and Academy Sports and Outdoors has fun gifts for everyone on your list. Academy Sports and Outdoors, a proud partner of the Crimson Tide. We continue live from the Alabama Credit Union broadcast booth.
Roger, thank you so very much. I'm Chris Stewart, filling in for Eli Gold. John Parker Wilson to my right. Our color analyst, Christian Miller, roaming the sidelines as our Cooks Pest Control sideline reporter. Tom Stipe, our producer-engineer. Thankfully, Butch Owens, our spotter. Jerry Kelly runs the show back at our CTSN studios. Ethan Carabin shows you all the sausage being made here with our Facebook Live cam. And Jim Carabin is the boss. He's the vice president and general manager of the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Second down and 7 upcoming for Austin Peay. They operate from the Alabama 48-yard line. Second time they've had the ball. Second time they've been on the Alabama side of the field. They'll go strong side left with 2 wideouts right, 1 to the left side. And the single setback, C.J. Evans to the right side of the quarterback, DeLillo. They'll hand it off to Evans, and he'll pick up good yardage, getting very close to a first down, but it's going to be third and about a foot.
Jalen Moody, that tackle. Third and, very short, probably 2-down territory for the Governors right here also.
They stopped him inside the 2 earlier. DeLillo looking to throw, scrambling left. He'll get the first down. He'll get more, and he'll get to the 35 of Alabama. We knew about his arm, but he showed a little mobility right there.
Yeah, he can move pretty well. They'll dial up a lot of quarterback runs and pretty good pocket. Knew it was 4-down territory for them. They were trying to take a shot downfield, a slant, go from the right, wasn't open, able to pick it up from his feet. The quarterback right there moved the chains.
3 wideouts right. Handoff goes to Evans, trying to get to the edge. He'll get inside the 35. He'll get spun down right around the 31-yard line. DeMarco Helms leading the way there defensively for Alabama. Got a little help from Brian Branch as well.
Christian, what's the mood down there? It looks like our guy still hadn't woken up all the way. Playing pretty sluggish.
Yeah, a little lethargic right now, JP, and they better wake up, man. This team, this Austin Peay team, they look like they're ready, and they came to play today.
Second down and 6. As DeLillo will swing it out with a bubble screen to his wideout. Gets inside the 30 to the 25-yard line. That is right at the first down mark for Dre McCray. He's already had a handful of targets in this game. That's his 4th grab for better than 20 yards. And it will be enough for a first down. Right at the Alabama 25-yard line. DeLillo swings it out again to the receiver McCray, and he will get back to the line of scrimmage and may have gotten a yard more. Brian Branch coming up to make the stop, and in fact they're going to give him 3 yards on that play, all the way to the Bama 22.
Another screen. Their favorite pass play is a screen. They'll do it more than they'll throw the ball downfield. Pretty good blocking on the perimeter from the wideouts.
Jordan Goko, one of the receivers left for Austin Peay. DeLillo coming back near side, catch made, and then pushed out of bounds finally is going to be McCray. No surprise who the target is. He was their top receiver last week with 10 catches. He's already got 6 in this game for 30 yards and another first down on the 12-yard pickup. First and goal right at the 10-yard line of Alabama. Handoff goes to Evans and nowhere to go for him, and this is where it got tight going for Austin Peay on their first drive. Will Anderson credited with a stop.
Yeah, trying to tie the game up right now, down 7-0. Second and goal from the 10-yard line, so no gain on that one. Austin Peay's got to think they've got to throw the ball to get this one in the end zone. I don't know that they can grind out a run for 10 yards, but I would think once again they're going to give themselves 4 chances to put it in the end zone.
McCray, DeCamber, and Stewart, the 3 wideouts right for Austin Peay. The tight end is offset to the right side. They will hand it off, and McCray will squirt forward. Check that, excuse me, Evans squirting forward for a gain of about 3 before Jalen Moody and Henry Toto wrapped him up. Third down and goal from back around the 8.
Changing the personnel, put some speed in the game. Alabama's going to match. Substitute also.
Byron Young coming on. Jaheim Otis getting out there as well. Malachi Moore, an extra DB out there as well for the Crimson Tide. 3 wideouts left, 2 right. Empty set for the quarterback. DeLillo. Play clock under 5. DeLillo looking left. That's going to be high and incomplete. He was trying to connect with Stewart, and a late flag's going to come in. It's going to be, I believe, against the Crimson Tide.
Trying to hit the slant. Illegal man downfield for the Austin Peay is what the call's going to be, but
good.
We'll take it. Had a chance. The receiver's open. Quick slant. Quarterback caught the shotgun snap and just over the head of the wide receiver. It would have been inside the 5-yard line for the Governors, but looks like it's going to be a penalty on Austin Peay.
And that's a player downfield. Offense, number 10. That penalty's declined. Result of play is 4th down.
He apparently was lined up in a spot where he's an eligible receiver.
Right. One of the receivers was outside of him was on the ball, so they lined up wrong from the start. We're going to decline it. They can kick a field goal.
They will try this one from the 15, so a 25-yard try from Maddox Trujillo. The hold up coming from Trey Goodman. And the snap from Ethan Myers from the near hash. Again, only a 25-yard try, trying to get the Governors on the board. Snap, spot, and kick. Completed, but the kick is no good. They missed it. A missed opportunity for Austin Peay. They had 4th and goal, couldn't score on their first drive. They have a short field goal there, failed to get points, and Alabama fortunate to turn away Austin Peay once again. Still 7-0 Bama. 11-12 remaining in the second quarter here in Tuscaloosa on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm your game day face paint, and you just rubbed me right into your eye. Now your vision is super irritated. So is that driver you just hit. And if you have cut rate car insurance, these damages will rob you blind. So switch to Allstate, save $744, and get protected from mayhem like me.
Average auto savings of new customers surveyed in 2021 who reported auto savings when switching to Allstate. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
From Bart and Joe Willie to Mac and Tua, this is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac is a local family-owned dealership in Tuscaloosa. Barkley has an award-winning service department, a state-of-the-art body shop, and a beautiful showroom waiting to welcome you. And BarkleyGMC.com opens our online showroom to you. So do what thousands of satisfied customers have already done. Get your new car, truck, or SUV from Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac, keeping Crimson Tide fans on the road for over 42 years.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again,
Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
11-12 left to go in the second quarter. Alabama with a 7-0 lead against Austin Peay. Time for Across the Conference. It's presented by T-Mobile. T-Mobile bringing 5G to hometowns across the SEC and a proud partner of the Alabama Crimson Tide. The early window of games very busy so far. Brian Houseworth will have a look at scores later on, but a couple of notable scores right now. Vanderbilt in front of Florida 7-3 after the Doors won last week against Kentucky, and UMass and Texas A&M still tied at 3 early in the second quarter.
Not exactly a happy time in College Station, Texas these days. Tyler Harrell in the ball game. Great to see. The fifth-year senior from Miami, Florida in the ball game. The transfer from Louisville. One of 3 wideouts, split to the right side. McClellan, the running back, to the right of Bryce Young. He gets the handoff, tries to bounce to the edge, makes one man miss, gets across the 30, big room across the 40, still on his feet across midfield and knocked out of bounds at the Austin Peay 45-yard line. Great run from Jace McClellan, 35 yards on the carry.
Great run, great cutback, and then blocking downfield once again from a wideout. This time it was Trayshawn Holden that was able to spring him free. Long run right there from McClellan. Flip the field, get into Austin Peay territory.
JoJo Earl, Trayshawn Holden split wide to the left for Alabama. Wide out right side is Harrell. Bryce with time, looking to throw. Stepping up in the pocket, gets wrapped up though, and he'll be brought down right at the midfield stripe. First sack of the game recorded by Austin Peay. That was Corey Chapman.
Call him the spur.
They do indeed.
Kind of like a linebacker, more of a linebacker than a nickel guy, but comes down the box.
You know what he's got in common with you?
What is that?
He's a Hoover Buck.
That's right. They got 22 guys on this team from Alabama, and that one right there, Hoover Buck, Jr.
Pair of wideouts to the right side. 3 to the left for Alabama, including the tight end Robbie Oots, who is split to the left. Jace McClellan making it an empty backfield for Young. Swings it out quickly to Earl. Stretches forward across midfield, back into Austin Peay territory. But it'll be 3rd and long, upcoming 3rd and actually about 13. I think Josh Rudolph out of Park Crossing High School in Montgomery made the stop for the visitors.
Little shortstop action this time from Bryce. Drops down the slot, throwing sidearm, turn it 2.
3rd and a dozen coming up right here. Young, 3 wideouts, bunch left. Tight end, right side, Maury Nyblack, I believe. Young getting the snap all day to throw. Wanted to go deep, instead underneath to Earl. Trying to stretch forward near the first down, won't get there. He'll get to the 40. And it will bring up 4th down at about 4, maybe even 5 yards for the first. Let's see what Nick Saban opts to do here. He is bringing out Robbie Oots and also Jace McClellan. It's kind of that in-between spot. He's going to go for it right here.
Yeah, too far for a field goal. 40-yard line, you know, if you don't get it, still decent field position for your defense. So let's roll the dice, try to pick it up on 4th down for Alabama to keep this drive going.
8.5 to go in the second quarter, and it's only a 7-0 Alabama lead. Bama looking over to the sideline. Still 6 seconds before the play clock expires. Now it's down to 3. McClellan going wide right. They get it snapped in time. Young looking, stepping up in the pocket, firing. Catch is made Burton. Double teamed, and he still made the grab inside the 20 and down to the 17-yard line, back inside that Chick-fil-A red zone with a bank first down on the 23-yard gain.
All started with good protection up front all day long for Bryce Young as 3 receivers are coming from the right, and a really good catch from Burton. Thought it could have been pass interference. DB had 2 hands on him, still able to grab it, pull it in for the first down. 1st and 10, Bama. Handoff, McClellan getting left side, then getting flipped as he got across the 15 to the 14-yard line. You see Jace hop to his feet after that. You see him get hit low like that, a little concerned, but Corey be all right. Corey Chapman again going low. Exactly what you're taught as a DB, right at the thigh pads. made the tackle, get him on the ground. I think that's what they're taught, Christian. I didn't go to do too many tackling drills.
Tried to avoid him at all costs. Second down at 8. Handoff McClellan. Running room 10. Running room 5. And down to the 4-yard line before he gets stacked up. First and goal, Alabama, after another bank first down.
There we go. Good hard run right there on the outside. McClellan lowered his shoulder. This time it was Shamari Simmons, the safety, who was the nail on that play. Hammered it in.
Roydell Williams in. Kendall Randolph in at tight end. Robbie Utes tight end to the left side with Randolph on the right. Williams behind Young in the pistol formation. Bryce getting the snap, wanting to throw, looking left side. That ball is going to be caught. Touchdown. Jermaine Burton giving Alabama a 13-0 lead.
Burton's 5th touchdown catch of the year. That one goes for 4 yards and a route that made the defensive back fall down. He wanted pass interference, but it was really an out route, like a corner route, and then a laser beam from Bryce right on the money for 6 points.
Extra point attempt upcoming from Will Riker, trying to make it a 14-0 Alabama lead. Waiting on the hold from James Burnham. The snap coming from Nealon Hibbett. All three executed just fine, and Bama does lead it by a score of 14-0. Tide just scored from the Chick-fil-A Red Zone. Download that Chick-fil-A app to claim your free Chick-fil-A sandwich now by midnight tonight. That offer is redeemable at participating Alabama Chick-fil-A locations next week, Monday through Friday. Alabama leads it 14-0 with 6:37 to go in the first half here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hi, my name is Jackie, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Milkshake is the whipped cream and the cherry on top. It's like a little bow on top of this great present of peppermint chip goodness. It tastes like the holidays.
Hey, my name is Chandler, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Milkshake is the little pieces of the peppermint that you get. For me, no milkshake is topping the Peppermint Chip Milkshake.
Order a Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Milkshake on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Alabama Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
6:37 left to go in the second quarter. Alabama a 14-0 lead against Austin Peay. A 4-yard touchdown for the Crimson Tide from Bryce Young and Jermaine Burton capped an 8-play, 80-yard drive for Alabama. The Bromberg scoring drive took 4 minutes, 35 seconds off the clock. Today's radio affiliate of the game is 98.3 FM Wild Country, Alabama's country legend in Scottsboro. Follow the Crimson Tide Sports Network on Facebook. Tell us where you're listening from for a chance to win 2 free meals from Jack's. A big thank you to 98.3 FM Wild Country in Scottsboro for carrying Alabama football. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Crimson Tide Sports Network.
After the 8-play, 80-yard drive, Alabama with a 14-0 lead as Birmingham native Cam Thomas is deep for Austin Peay. He is a product of Ramsey High School. First return from Thomas went 27 yards, and he got face masked right there. And thankfully he did. Not that it was necessarily intentional, but it looked as though Malachi Moore was grabbing for whatever he could as the missile went flying by him. And look, you don't want to see a guy get hurt, but his face mask may have just saved the touchdown right there.
Absolutely. You know, most teams, and we always talk about it, why not?
In the return, personal foul, face mask, kicking team, number 13. 15 yards will be added to the end of the play. First down.
Again, you never like a penalty, but frankly, that may have saved the touchdown.
Yeah. Sometimes in defense, you get a pass interference to avoid a touchdown, and it wasn't malicious. He was just trying to grab on anything he could, but it was a touchdown saving tackle right there. But a lot of times we talk about, you know, should you fair catch every ball, because usually you don't get it past the 25. Well, Austin Peay today got it one drive, started the 28. This one's going to go all the way to the 43-yard line. 23 and 21-yard returns, and then you tack on the yardage afterwards. I'm sorry, 38-yard line.
Yeah. Javon Jackson out of Decatur, Alabama's Austin High School in the backfield now as they bring Jordan Goko, the tight end, wide to the left. He's one of three men wide left. They'll set up a screen, and it's almost intercepted. Will Anderson read it perfectly. DeLillo made the little dump across the middle, and Will almost picked it off.
Christian, really good recognition from Anderson there.
Yeah, exactly right, JP. Good job playing the cut blocks right there to get his hands up. Almost having another interception like we saw earlier in the season from Will Anderson.
He wanted to take that one to the house, too.
Yeah. He'd had a good chance, but took on that block, immediately retreated to get his hands up and knock it down.
2nd and 10. Terry and Arnold, one of the corners to the near side of the field for Alabama. They will look this side. They'll throw an incomplete pass, and a flag's going to come in. It may be a late hit on the Tide. Dre McCray was the intended receiver with Arnold in coverage, but the flag was in the backfield around the quarterback.
Will Anderson was signaling to the referee that his face mask was getting held.
Could be hand to the face by the offensive line.
Personal foul, face mask, offense, number 50. 15-yard penalty, 2nd down.
That's Brennan Smith, the right tackle, who has the unenviable task of slowing down one of the best defenders in all of college football, in Will Anderson.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Leads the SEC in tackle for loss, the 2nd SEC in sacks. He's got 8 on the day, and hey, just like we had a touchdown saving tackle with a face mask, hey, sometimes you just got to figure out a way to try to slow him down.
2nd and a whole lot of upcoming for Austin Peay, right around 25. As DeLillo will step up in the pocket, he'll look downfield. He's got a man open, and the catch is made. Another busted coverage by Alabama defensively in the secondary. Dre McCray making the catch. They've had that play 3 or 4 times, and it's the first time they've actually connected deep.
Yeah, and it looks like it's a miscommunication between the corner who thinks he's got safety help, but the safety's playing like a quarters near the hash and has no chance to get over there.
Delay give as Austin Peay hurries to the line of scrimmage, and Javon Jackson gets the carry for a gain of about 3.5, maybe 4 on the play. And his defense bending a whole lot today, even though they haven't broken. DeLillo looking left side, has a man there, but he's got it picked off. Kool-Aid with a pick. 30, 40, midfield. Kool-Aid tripped up as he gets near the 45-yard line. He had blockers in front if he could have eluded one more man, but another interception for the Crimson Tide. Their 4th. That means $8,000 now from Chick-fil-A to Children's of Alabama in our Picks for Kids partnership. Thank you to Chick-fil-A and all the locations throughout Alabama for their wonderful support of Children's of Alabama. Thank you to Roger Hoover for the assist as well. 27 yards on the return. Butch tells me Kool-Aid taking it away for the Tide, and Bama will have it when we come back. Up 14-0 at the Austin Peay 45 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Bama fans, Hibbett has the hottest footwear from Nike, Jordan, and other name brands, including the latest from Retro Jordans, KD, LeBron, and more to match toe-to-head. Plus, pick up officially licensed Alabama gear at your local Hibbett store. And at Hibbett, we reward you for your purchases. Become an MVP today and enjoy exclusive perks for shopping with us. Visit Hibbett.com for more details. Roll Tide.
Alabama football lives here.
Goodness gracious.
This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
It's time for today's STEM tip. Okay, you know recycling is important. No one wants plastic in the ocean. Here's a cool way to repurpose a plastic bottle. Build an awesome terrarium. Cut a large plastic bottle in half and fill the base with sand, pebbles, potting soil, and your favorite plant. I chose an African violet. Put the top of the bottle over your base and place it in the sun. Your plant will grow sealed in its own ecosystem. Fun, right? Learn more at She Can STEM. A message from the Ad Council.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Alabama 14, Austin Peay nothing with still 5:36 left to go in the second quarter. If you've recently tested positive for COVID-19 or have COVID symptoms, you might be eligible for a monoclonal antibody treatment that could keep you out of the hospital. Visit crushcovid.com to learn more. Get tested. Get treated. crushcovid.com.
Roger Hoover, thank you so very much. All right, John Parker Wilson, what's Alabama got to do to crush Austin Peay? Their spirits, I would imagine, are a little bit diminished. They've been turned away twice, once turning it over on downs inside the Alabama 5, another time missing a 25-yard field goal. And now, when they've got another promising drive going in Bama territory, they throw a pick on a miscommunication between the quarterback and the wideout that leads the Tide having now at the Austin Peay 45.
Yeah, that could possibly be the easiest interception of Kool-Aid's college career, or maybe that he's ever had, because it was, I think the quarterback was one in the back shoulder throw, and the receiver kept on his go route. But Alabama chance right now to put some more points on the board, extend this lead out 14-0 right now, 5:36 left to go here in the second. And right now it's been mostly on the ground game for Alabama.
Rodell Williams in the backfield, Kobe Prentice, Isaiah Bonds, the wideout split left, Jermaine Burton is split right. Again, all day for Bryce. Looking to the right side. Burton's got the grab. Gets to the 30 and now to the 29-yard line. I think that's 4 catches already for Jermaine on the day.
4. He's going to go over 50 yards for that one. Had the touchdown on the last drive. Once again, perfect pocket from Alabama. J.C. Latham, right guard, just staying his guy straight up. Bryce able to skate the field. Burton on that deep curl route picked up the first down.
16 yards on the game. Here's the tight end, Robbie Oots, in the slot to the right side. Little option pitch. Williams right side, cutting up 30 down to the 25. Gets upended as he gets to the 21-yard line. It'll be second and short right there. Great block from Jermaine Burton. Don't get to say that a lot about the wideouts, but that was definitely the case right there.
Well, you're exactly right. We hadn't said it a lot all year, but today we have, and that's been springing big plays like that one right there. Good to see Rodell hop up after it looked like he hyperextended his leg, but able to get back to the huddle.
Second down and 8. Swing it out left side. Hit delivered. Ball pops loose. That'll be an incomplete pass. Kobe Prentice getting separated from the football and almost got separated from his senses. He got hit really hard right there trying to clear the cobwebs.
Third down.
And I don't think he ever had possession of that one, but he's going to have to come out of the game if he can find the right sidelines. He is more than a little bit woozy, it looks like, making his way toward the Bama sideline. Ginger Gilmore, one of the athletic trainers there to greet him and make sure he's all right. Third down and a couple upcoming. Trayshawn Holden in, big tight end. Kendall Randolph on the left side of the line for Alabama. They'll bring a wide out that way. Hand it off to Williams. First down and more. Gets inside the 15 down to about the 12. Once more inside that Chick-fil-A red zone is Alabama with a clock moving at 4.5 minutes to go before the break. And the Tide looking to add to a 14-0 lead. Tyler Booker, a big block to spring him there.
Always good when you get to the third level of the defense before you get touched. And Shamari Simmons, the strong safety with the touchdown save and tackle. It was a huge hole once again for Alabama up front.
Jace McClellan back in the game. He is to the right side of Bryce Young from the pistol. Handoff goes to Jace. He gets stacked up, stood up, doesn't get to the original line of scrimmage. He is back to the 15-yard line. So second and long coming for the Crimson Tide.
Not a huge hole on that play.
Nope.
Covered up. There was 3 guys in the backfield. Tried to cut the ball back, and there was just too many governors in the way. Happens time to time.
Don't get political on us. Second and 12 upcoming as Bama's got 3 men split wide left, 2 to the right. Young letting the play clock tick down around 5 seconds. Gets the snap now. Pressure coming, swings it out. Nice catch in traffic by Holden. He gets knocked down shy of the 6-yard line. It'll be 3rd and short from right there.
Big league throw from Bryce Young. I mean, it was tight coverage up top, and he puts it low and away where only Holden can catch it, and it's right on the money.
Great timing.
It was.
As well. Bama 3 of 5 on 3rd downs. And they'll call it 3rd and 3 right here. Williams checked that McClellan in the backfield with Bryce. Young again from the pistol with 3 wideouts left, and we got a timeout called. I think it's Alabama. It's going to use one right here.
Timeout. Austin Peay. Their 3rd and final of the half.
Check that. They got the timeout back. The Governors did earlier. And they will use that timeout with 2:41 to go, and we will take the break as well. Bama on top, 14-0, looking for more when we return on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Southern homes are particularly vulnerable to termites. In this climate, you need guaranteed protection. You need Cook's Pest Control and Centricon. Termites attack the Centricon stations, exposing themselves to an agent that eliminates their entire colony. Upgrade from old-fashioned liquid service to the proven protection of Centricon and Cook's Pest Control. Call Cook's today for a free evaluation.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Make sure...
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me.
We're on the air.
I need to try it first.
Hi, this is Coach Nick Saban. They say Coke Zero Sugar is refreshingly delicious. Does that make it the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself. Roll Tide.
.241 left to go before halftime. Alabama with a 14-0 lead against Austin Peay. And coming up at halftime, we will have the Full Moon Barbecue halftime report with some stats from the first half, plus we'll look at scores around the country. And Bama fans, after another Alabama victory, drop by and celebrate at Full Moon Barbecue, now with 17 locations. There's always one near you. The best little pork house in Alabama. And we will have that coming up in 2 minutes, 41 seconds. The Full Moon Barbecue halftime report.
Roger, thank you so very much. Look, this has not been a great half, but Christian Miller, I've got to think if Alabama could find a way to get a touchdown on the board right here, not allow Austin Peay to do anything before they go to the locker room, the mood would be a little bit better in the locker room, although it's not going to be great regardless of what transpires here.
That's exactly right, Chris. Just too many self-inflicted wounds in the first half so far by Alabama. You know, some miscommunications on their end. But ultimately, if they can punch it in here, they'll still be up by 3 scores. So that should give them some confidence and lift their spirits a little bit. But they got to get it cleaned up at halftime and coming out in the second half and turn up the intensity.
Got to clean it up, and I know who's going to be wielding the dustbuster in the locker room. That'll be the gentleman who's got 7 national titles to his credit, 6 of which we're happy about at the University of Alabama. Jace McClellan in the game now for the Tide. Single set back to the right of Bryce Young, Jermaine Burton, Trayshawn Holden are split wide left. JoJo Earl is right of the formation for Alabama. 3rd down and about 3. Earl comes to the left side, making it all wide outs left. Young with a play clock just now down to 10, gets the snap, looks left, still looking, plenty of time, has a man, flag down, likely a hold. Bryce rolling the pocket, now getting out of bounds, gets tackled there, and I believe they'll likely decline the penalty as Tyler Steen, the left tackle, early indication is going to be called for the hold. He had a man early out of the flat, JP, and he just didn't see him.
Yeah, I don't think he was looking that way, but that was, I think, definitely a hold from Tyler Steen. Lucky he didn't get more tacked on after. Trying to drive the guy into the ground, but seeing if Austin Peay's going to decline this there.
I would think they would, wouldn't they? Take 4th down.
Yeah.
8.
Holding, offense, number 54. That penalty's declined. 4th down.
Saw the officials for a moment walking back, and I thought, man, they did us a favor if they turned that down. But they didn't, obviously, and now Alabama will have it at the 11-yard line. 4th down, and Will Reichard comes on to try what will be a 29-yard kick. 19 of 23 of field goals for the year. This one again from 29 yards. The hold from Burnip. The snap from Hibbett. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Tide leads it 17-0, so not perfect, but points with 2:27 to go before the half. Drive ends not on its highest potential note, but still points right there for Bama.
Still points, but it's, kind of, I think the way the day's going right now, it's kind of, we're getting it done, but not in the fashion that we'd want to. Like Christian said, it's been mostly self-inflicted wounds. They had the fumble on the second drive of the game for Alabama. Defense has given up a few big plays for miscommunications in the secondary, able to hold strong. They missed a field goal to keep them scoreless, but Alabama 2:27 left to go here in the second. After a turnover from Kool-Aid, Christian, we got to kind of keep this going on defense, trying to get the backfield, be a little more disruptive.
That's exactly right, JP. You got to be more disruptive, do more up front. Austin Peay, to their credit, is doing a really good job spreading the ball out. They're attacking our perimeter. They're doing a good job with their screen game, but we have to do better affecting these guys. We got to tackle better. We can't. Basically, they're just chopping at the bit. They're getting 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a play, and we can't allow that. We got to stop them in the backfield and make a change.
8 plays, 34 yards, 3:09 off the clock with the Brombergs scoring drive recap. Fair catch made by Kellen Stewart. And so Austin Peay will start from their own 25-yard line. And look, 2:27 to go in the half. They've moved the ball effectively. They're not sitting here thinking about just getting to the locker room here.
No, they've been moving it well. They have gone down the field on, this will be their 5th drive of the game. And before that interception, moving it on the last drive. So they're going to try to put some points on the board. They get no timeouts, so they've burned all their timeouts. So probably have to get some kind of 2-minute type drill. They're going to put points on the board.
Again, they have missed on 3 deep balls that were there.
Yeah.
2 of them on the first drive. They did convert on 1. The primary target, Dre McCray, has had 7 grabs in the game, goes wide left. They will hand it off and get 4, maybe 5 yards from Javon Jackson, the second-year freshman out of Austin High School in Decatur. 5'9", 201. They will give him 4 on that play, so 2nd and 6 upcoming. DeLillo, the quarterback, looking across the middle, has a man there. Stewart makes the grab, and that's going to be enough for the first down. Kellen Stewart out of Rosenberg, Texas, making his 2nd grab of the day, I believe.
Yeah, it was a good route on Brian Branch that time, who just had too much cushion where the quarterback threw it right on time. Good ball placement.
DeLillo looking deep, has a man there, and almost picked off by Terry and Arnold. Man, that may be one of his best plays defensively this year in man coverage, as McCray had a step on him. He leapt into the air and almost reeled that in with one hand.
Yeah, basically turned into the wide receiver. Good positioning from him, trailing the wide receiver, and goes over the top with his right hand, tries to reel it in. But a really athletic play for him and perfect coverage. That's what you want to see from the defense. get your eyes around, locate the ball, and then try to make a play on it.
So 2nd down from their own 39-yard line, 2nd and 10 for Austin Peay. That is Jackson, who's in the backfield behind DeLillo. 2 wide outs each side. They'll hand it off to Jackson. He's got nowhere to go. Henry toe there to bring him down for a gain of maybe a yard.
Yeah, clock still running, 1:30 left to go for the Governors. You think they'd be in a little more pace right here. No timeouts left to go. Half getting ready to end. They're just taking their time.
2 of 5 on 3rd downs. This is a 3rd and 9. Maybe understanding the circumstances. If they pick up a 1st down, they'll take a shot, go fast, but
they don't want to give the ball back to Bryce.
No, they don't. That's probably a wise move based on past experience. A minute to go in the half. They will go on a draw, and man, if the running back Jackson doesn't trip, he may have gotten the 1st down and a whole lot more. Christian, what'd you see there?
Looks like Coach Saban's going to go ahead and call a timeout right here. They want to get the ball back and let Bryce have a chance to go downfield.
Alabama.
Nick Saban, his team up 17-0. And again, always fascinating to me watching how he works the final moments of a half.
Yeah. And, you know, it was probably smart from Austin Peay. It was 3rd long. Try not to give the ball back. They ran as much clock off as they possibly could. 54 seconds left, though. You would think they're going to come out here and punt it, try to get a good return from Kool-Aid, and then with 2 timeouts left to go from Alabama, see if Bryce can go down and put some kind of points on the board.
So operating from their own 41, they'll have to punt it away. It'll once again be Matt Rigney.
And remember the last time they punted it, Alabama turned the ball over as it hit. I think it was Bond running down on the kickoff, touched the ball. Austin Peay was able to pick it up.
He got hit in the back with it because it wasn't communicated to him that it was coming. Pressure coming to almost get the block, but now a long line drive. It's going to sail out of bounds, and Bama will have it up around the 25-yard line. Boy, pressure was coming. I think it was Roydale Williams.
I think it was. Almost got there. Really close. Full extension, laying out.
Flag is down near the Bama sideline.
Illegal formation, kicking team. More than 4 players in the backfield. That 5-yard penalty will be added to the kick. 1st down.
Saban wants football right here, and he'll take it from the 30 with 47 seconds to go. Buys you a little more time.
It does. It does. 2 timeouts. So that gives you the luxury of throwing it across the middle. Call any play you want to right now in your 2-minute drill. And then receivers obviously in tune, outside the numbers, try to get out of bounds. If not, pick up as many yards as you can. A lot of balls to the sidelines, but try to get a big hitter right here from Alabama. Got 3 wideouts in the game, 1 running back, 1 tight end.
See what the Tide can engineer. McClellan in the backfield to the left of Young. He does have 3 men wide right, 1 to the left. That's Trayshawn Holden. Bryce getting the snap. Blitz coming, and he gets rocked, and he is hit hard around the 21-yard line. Thankfully got up. Demetrius Ford is the one that hit him, and he got a clean shot. And slow to get up for Alabama is the left tackle, Tyler Steen. Man, we're fortunate Bryce got up at all. That was a clean hit on the Bama quarterback, as hard as he's taken all year.
Maybe ever. Right there. Linebacker comes from the left side, untouched. Had to be missed in protection with the running back not scanning over, or not Bryce not recognizing and get the ball out, but that was a big hit.
Or maybe Steen, who's slow to get up, maybe he fell.
He took his guy, and then there was a linebacker that came from the outside untouched.
They're going to go straight to the locker room, and again, an Andrews Sports Medicine timeout.
A defensive player was injured while the clock was running. This qualifies for a 10-second runoff. Please reset the game clock to 18 seconds. The game clock will start on my signal.
As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, the injury timeout brought to you by Andrews Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Center, the official sports medicine provider for the Alabama Crimson Tide football team. The official misspoke. It was an offensive player who went down, and that's why you have the 10-second runoff. But Tyler Steen was clearly injured on that play. Bama with timeout, so that wasn't an issue if they wanted it.
Yeah. I think with the field position right where we're at, Tyler Steen going in the locker room, probably just try to get to the half with a 17-0 lead for Alabama.
Amari Kite checking in at left tackle now, as Bryce will operate from the pistol with McClellan to his right. He will hand it off, and McClellan will break a tackle and get his way near the 30-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 10 from there. But Bama won't snap it again, and we'll head to the locker room with the Crimson Tide enjoying well, maybe enjoy is not the right word. Bama does have a 17-0 lead over Austin Peay. And in just a few moments, Christian Miller will talk with Coach Nick Saban. But, JP, your thoughts on what we've seen so far?
You know, a lot of errors from Alabama, not a lot of intensity. You know, Bryce Young right now of 11 of 14, 99 yards, 1 touchdown to Jermaine Burton. We've run the ball extremely effectively, 23 rushes, 162 yards. Jace has 137 of them, but self-inflicted wounds. Had the turnover on special teams, had a fumble that led to an opportunity for Austin Peay to kick a field goal, missed that, but we just – got to clean it up, and I think second half come out with greater intensity to try to close this game out.
Visit with the Coach is brought to you by Golden Flake, the official potato chip of the Alabama Crimson Tide. And as Coach finishes with the SEC Network's interview, Lauren Sisler handling that, who was our media guest on Hey Coach the other night. Here is Christian Miller with his former coach.
Coach, thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, well, we turned the ball over twice in the first quarter, which gave them opportunities, but it also gave them opportunities to shrink the game. They're nickel diamond, all these screens, these short passes and all that, and then they're taking shots, and they hit one of them, but we just got to play better overall and finish drives so that we, kind of put the game away.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Christian. And again, thank you to Golden Flake for bringing us Coach Saban at the half. The Full Moon Barbecue halftime report comes your way after this. 17-0. Alabama leading Austin Peay here at the break on the Crimson Tide Sports Network.
We've all been caught up in the little chores that pile up every day. The dishes in the sink, the trash that needs taking out, the pesky check engine light. Isn't it time to make a change and escape to a whole new world of possibilities? Where there's dinner without dishes, nights filled with adventure, and every day you feel like a winner. A little change can go a long way when you escape every day at Wing Creek Casino and wingcreekcasino.com.
Conecuh sausage is a true Southern flavor since 1947. Using the finest ingredients, Conecuh sausage has a tradition of making great-tasting hickory smoked sausage for over 70 years. Visit their new gift shop in Evergreen, Alabama, or shop online at ConecuhSausage.com. Conecuh Sausage, the official smoked sausage of the Crimson Tide.
Conecuh Sausage. It's just a little taste of heaven.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a grill at your college football party. My full grease trap, that's something you clean? Now you're smoking your car and garage instead of your meats. And if you don't have the right coverage, fixing this could be a trick play. So bundle your home and auto with Allstate to save up to 25% and get protected from mayhem like me.
Bundled savings discounts will vary by state. Saving up to 25% is a countrywide average of savings off the home policy. Combining the multiple policy discount for having auto insurance with Allstate and the welcome discount savings at enrollment.
Game day is full of ifs. Like if Alabama can take home another Iron Bowl victory. Who knows? But if you want the most convenient way to pay in T-Town, get the University of Alabama Regents Visa debit card. Tap to Pay contactless card technology and Lock-It card controls give you what you need on game day or any day. To order your card, visit Regents.com/GoBama. Regents, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
This is the Full Moon Barbecue Halftime Report on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Full Moon Barbecue, the best little pork house in Alabama. Also brought to you by BASF. We create chemistry. Barkley GMC, Tuscaloosa's leader. Barkley makes it easy. And by Sherwin-Williams. Looking for a color change? Ask Sherwin-Williams. Shop online or at your local stores.
Welcome to the Full Moon Barbecue Halftime Report. I'm Roger Hoover with you from Bryant-Denny Stadium, where the halftime score is Alabama 17 and Austin Peay 0. Here are your Cadence Bank stats and facts from the first half. Alabama with a 17-0 lead, 7 points in the first quarter, 10 more in the second quarter as Bryce Young, 11 of 14 passing, 99 yards and a touchdown. On the ground, Alabama led by Jace McClellan, 14 carries, 136 yards and 1 touchdown. He's averaging 9.7 yards per carry. Then the top receiver to this point is Benjamin Burton, the Georgia transfer, with 4 catches, 56 yards and a touchdown in this game. Those Cadence Bank stats and facts from the first half. Bancorp South and Cadence have come together to form a new, even better bank to help the people, companies, and communities we serve prosper. Learn more at cadencebank.com/the new Cadence, member FDIC. This is the Full Moon Barbecue Halftime Report, and in football, there's always a winner and a loser. But when it comes to Great Southern Barbecue, there's only one winner. Full Moon Barbecue, voted one of America's top 10 barbecue joints, and now with 17 locations to serve you. You're listening to the Full Moon Barbecue Halftime Report. Up next, Brian Houseworth will check the Alabama Power scoreboard. Our score at halftime in Tuscaloosa, it is Alabama 17 and Austin Peay 0. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
You mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hi, my name is Jackie, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Milkshake is the whipped cream and the cherry on top. It's like a little bow on top of this great present of peppermint chip goodness. It tastes like the holidays.
Hey, my name is Chandler, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Milkshake is the little pieces of the peppermint that you get. For me, no milkshake is topping the Peppermint Chip Milkshake.
Order a Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Milkshake on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
This is Crimson and White Country. This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Here's a fun fact for you. The average chameleon can point their eyes in 2 different directions. On the other hand, the average human can't. So unless you're a chameleon, there's absolutely no way you can focus on texting and driving at the same time. So don't do it. Unless you're a chameleon.
Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Alabama. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university. Live from the Learfield Network Studios, this is the College Scoreboard.
And a pleasant good afternoon, everyone, across the great state of Alabama and the southeastern United States. It is time for your halftime scoreboard update here at 12:37. It is presented this hour by the folks at Alabama Power, proud to support the Crimson Tide. Alabama football is brought to you by Alabama Power. It's power for a better Alabama. I'm Brian Houseworth. RTR, Roll Tide, my friends. Austin Peay has had several opportunities to score. They've beaten Tide defenders on throws, but the ball has been overthrown. I'm sure Mr. Saban is having some things to say to his team in the locker room, and I have a feeling His voice may be raising a little bit right now. Number 8, Alabama still leading right now at the half. 17-0 right now, and we'll get to our halftime highlights presented by Made in Alabama in just a moment. Elsewhere right now, SEC Mississippi State taking on East Tennessee State right now in Starkville. They're at the half right now at Davis Wade, 35-0. Will Rogers, 20 of 22, 217 yards. He has 3 touchdowns in the game. Of course, East Tennessee State is in Johnson City, Tennessee. We got a lot of listeners up there who listen to the Tide. You might remember this name, the coach of the Buccaneers. His name is George Quarles. If you know anything at all about high school football in Tennessee in the South, this guy is a legend. Maryville, Tennessee, 11 straight state championships down there, and they moved him up to a head football coach. It's going to be a tough time turning that program around, but if anybody can do it, it is him. They are certainly struggling today, 35-0. Also, as we speak, A&M is leading UMass by a score of 10-3. They are at the half. Third quarterback of the season to start for the Aggies, Connor Wegeman. He is 9 of 13, 158 yards and a touchdown. Also, as we speak right now, we've got Florida and Vanderbilt. Vandy leading Florida 14-6. They are now at halftime in Nashville. Mike Wright, who is the SEC's co-offensive player of the week last week, has a touchdown, his third, their touchdown of the day.
The safety is probably going to rock over the help.
Wright's looking the other way instead, throws underneath, and it's a perfect ball for a touchdown. It's Jaden McGowan for the third time this year. Third time this year, of course, and that, of course, Mike Wright doing a fine job. Taylor Zarzar on the call right there, and we thank the SEC Network for it. Other games coming up. Number 1, Georgia and Kentucky. Brad and also Gary will be at Kroger Field today. The national game on CBS. Dogs are now number 1, 10-0. Western Kentucky is at Auburn. On the Plains today at 3 at Jordan-Hare. Number 5, Tennessee is at South Carolina. LSU gets Alabama, Birmingham. They got a lot of talent. This McBride, the running back of UAB, 17 touchdowns. That'll be a late game, 8 o'clock tonight. Baton Rouge will be cold. It'll be wet. It will also have a lot of wind in that game. 14th ranked Ole Miss traveling to Arkansas today as well. Time to our halftime highlights presented by Made in Alabama. Career opportunities in the fields of tomorrow. Aerospace, bioscience, automotive, and IT. MadeInAlabama.com. Bryce Young on the day, 11 of 14, 99 yards for Alabama, and he has a touchdown.
Behind Young in the pistol formation. Bryce getting the snap, wanting to throw, looking left side. That ball is going to be caught. Touchdown. Jermaine Burton giving Alabama a 13-0 lead.
Chris Stewart, the great Chris Stewart there on the call. Jace McClellan, the running back for the Tide, 14 carries, 137 yards for the Alabama Crimson Tide, and he has also crossed the goal line.
Handoff right ahead toward the goal line and in. Touchdown, Alabama. Austin Peay thought they had turned away the Tide. They're celebrating. They don't realize Alabama did indeed score. Forward progress got him in. Touchdown, Alabama. And it's 6-0 Crimson Tide.
Chris Stewart again on the call. Number 8 Alabama leading Austin Peay. The Governors, if you will, from Clarksville, Tennessee. 17-0. At the half. Lots of action going on in the top 25. That is Gus Malzahn and that visor. He's got that visor on. You got a tough game going on against Navy. Some big games coming up as well today. We'll break down the top 25 right after this. I'm Brian Houseworth live in studio. This is the CTSN from Learfield.
You hear a lot today about the Bama factor. Well, what exactly is it? It's a saying that Coach Saban uses constantly. It's actually what the program is built on: commitment, discipline, effort, toughness, and pride. Well, at Dex Imaging, we believe in these same principles to be the very best we can be day in and day out. So for all of your business office solutions, put Dex Imaging to work for you. Dex Imaging, the official copier and printer provider of Alabama Athletics.
Hey Tide fans, do you need to make some extra room in your living space, basement, or garage? Life Storage can help, offering a variety of spaces and sizes, including traditional or climate controlled. Life Storage has the space for you. Prefer to skip the counter? This Life Storage exclusive 100% online rental offers the only true contact-free storage rental solution. Call 844-LIFE-STORE or visit lifestorage.com for more information. Life Storage. It's your life. Store it with care.
The Crimson Tide plays here. This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care would love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Ready for our little forest adventure?
Yes! So much waiting for me. Yeah, I wanna go outside. I wanna be.
We're here.
Whoa, that was fast.
There's a forest closer than you think. Find a park or forest near you and music inspired by nature. DiscoverTheForest.org. Brought to you by USDA Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Live from the Learfield Network Studios, this is the College Scoreboard.
And a pleasant good afternoon, my friends. Once again, across the great state of Alabama, our scoreboard update is presented by the folks at Alabama Power. It's power for a better Alabama, and we salute our affiliate of the day. You folks listening to us in Scottsboro, Alabama, the great WPKEA 98.3. They call it Wild Country. We're on Wild Country today. Great to have you with us. You folks listening to us in Scottsboro. At the half, number 7 Alabama leading Austin Peay 17-0. In the top 25 right now, number 20 Central Florida is trailing Navy right now in the fourth quarter of that game in Orlando, FBC Mortgage Stadium. It is 17-14. Central Florida throwing a pick that's been key in the ball game. The Knights need to win. They control their own destiny with Gus at the helm to win the regular season title in the American Athletic Conference. How about this? Number 3 Michigan clinging to a 7-3 lead right now over Illinois at the half, 7-3. Blake Corum in the game, 103 yards on the ground and a score.
3rd and 2 from the Illini 2-yard line, just underway in Ann Arbor. I formation. And JJ will hand it to Blake Corum up the middle, into the blue. Touchdown, Wolverines, and Michigan scores on the opening drive, John, once again.
Doug Carshare with a call from the University of Michigan Radio Network from Learfield. Harbaugh and the Wolverines 10-0. Were they looking ahead to Ohio State? Not sure. But how about this? Number 4 TCU and Baylor tied at 14. Right now, we could have some mayhem if this continues. Baylor, number 4 TCU, going into the third quarter, tied at 14. Florida State and Louisiana right now, Seminoles up 35-3. Tide fans, taking the house this football season. Alabama Manufacturing Housing Association, if they return their first received kickoff in the second half for a touchdown at one of their home SEC games, lucky fan will win $75,000 toward the purchase of a manufactured home. Register now. RollTide.com/take it to the house. You can visit RollTide.com more details. I'm Brian Houseworth, live in studio at 1246. Your second half kick with Chris, JP, and Roger right after this on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
You mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey there, folks. Bob Baumhauer here. We're celebrating 40 legendary years here at Baumhauer's Victory Grill. And to kick this off, we're coming in hot with our all-new Alabama Hot Chicken. Fresh southern fried chicken breast smothered in a blend of tangy, immune-boosting herbs and spices with a spicy finish. Served up with a side of homemade smoked Gouda cheese grits, Miss Mary southern greens, and garlic bread. And there's plenty more where that came from. Stop in today and celebrate with us. Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food.
Tide fans, it's game day. Time to huddle up with friends and family, take your seat, and open a bag of your favorite Golden Flake snacks. So rip open that bag of Golden Flake or any of our other delicious snacks from the Utz family of brands and settle in, because when you snack with Golden Flake, you're taking part in an Alabama football tradition. Golden Flake, celebrating 65 years as the official chip of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Chris Stewart here with big news about Shoe Station. Shoe Station is grand opening their biggest store yet this weekend at Vestavia City Center, Birmingham. For information on grand opening weekend, like the chance to win $1,000 cash and much more, visit shoestation.com/Vestavia. Plus, today, text WIN to 67464 to receive the best deals. Plus, be entered to win 2 tickets, plus hospitality passes to the big game next Saturday, November 26th. Terms and data apply. Roll Tide from Shoe Station.
This has been the Full Moon Barbecue Halftime Report. Full Moon Barbecue, the best little pork house in Alabama. Also brought to you in part by Chevron with Techron. Unbeatable fans deserve unbeatable mileage. Choose Chevron with Techron. And by Allstate. Get protected from mayhem this year when you switch and save with Allstate. Now, with the call of the second half, here's Chris Stewart.
Payless Drugs is your locally owned family pharmacy with 4 locations in the Birmingham area. Payless can handle your prescriptions, over-the-counter solutions, and home delivery. Visit mynewpharmacy.com to pay less. What's that prescription for success in the second half, JP?
I think Saban said it perfect. We got to finish drives. We had a fumble that ended a drive short and then had to settle for a field goal to get us at 17 points, but only 4 drives for Alabama in the first half. So Austin Peay's got to get the ball to start here in the third quarter. We got to try to get it back. Good turnover from Kool-Aid McKinstry, but just try to be disruptive and get in the backfield for the defense.
Cam Thomas, Kellen Stewart, the deep men for Austin Peay. They've had 2 returns over 20 yards. This will be a short kick by Reichard that'll be fielded around the 15, and a fair catch called for by Stewart in making it there. And so they'll get the ball 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Alabama got the ball to start the ball game, marched it down the field, and was able to score, taking a 7-0 lead. Austin Peay turned away on downs deep in Alabama territory to end their first drive. And after Bama would score again, Austin Peay misses a field goal from 25 yards out. It was their next best scoring opportunity. C.J. Evans in the backfield behind the quarterback, Mike DeLillo, who was 9 of 18 in the first half. They'll hand it off. Evans scooting through and able to get across the 25 to the 27-yard line. Jaheim Otis making the stop there for Alabama after a gain of about 2.
Pretty athletic for the big guy right there of chasing the play down from the back. So he went to the left side, able to come back, peel back, and make a big tackle.
DeLillo with Evans to his right. 3 wideouts to the right side of the formation. They'll hand it off to Evans, trying to get to the edge left side. Nowhere to go. The pile moved forward, maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. And actually, they're going to give him a couple of yards. My apologies. That'll be 3rd down and 3 upcoming after the stop from DJ Dale. No, Otis, excuse me, there on the stop for Alabama.
2 of 6 right now for Austin Peay on 3rd down. But 3rd and 4 right here. I'd love to kick them or make a kick it and go 3 and out.
Or kick them
Or kick them, whatever. Just get off the field.
Let's get them out of here. DeLillo rolling the pocket right side, has a man catch made. He is going to be very close to that 1st down mark. I think he got there before Terry and Arnold delivered the hit on Dre McCray. That's 8 grabs in the game for McCray. And now over 75 yards. That one would be enough for a 1st down. It'll move the sticks and set up 1st and 10 for the Governors from their own 35, maybe the 36-yard line. 2 wideouts left, 2 right. Single set back Evans. They'll hand it to him. He's trying to find room, but he can look and find nothing. DJ Dale, Will Anderson combining on the stop there for a loss of 1.5 yards.
Much better job that time for the defensive line, especially DJ Dale, just pushing the guy. Man-to-man block, take it on. He bull rushed him in the backfield. Good tackle for loss.
2nd and 11. Man in motion to the near side. Handoff again going to Evans. Gets to the edge, cuts it back 40. He's going to be knocked down. A combined hit there from Jordan Babel along with Henry Toto. The ball came loose, but it was after he was already whistled down. So to the 41-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 3.5. Just converted a 3rd down. They're 3rd on 7 attempts so far today. Quickly, the Governors go to the line of scrimmage. They've got to get to their own 46 to keep the drive alive. DeLillo, short drop, throwing deep. He's got a man down there, double coverage, ball batted in the air, broken up. Great job by Alabama. Brian Branch was there, along with Terry and Arnold, combining to deflect that one away from Kellen Stewart.
Yeah, taking a deep shot right there, and that was something that Austin Peay had success with in the first half. A couple blown coverage from Alabama, not this time. Had 2 guys on him. Branch had a chance. Arnold was the one that knocked it down. But really good coverage from Alabama.
Initially, it looked like they were going to go for it from their own 42, but then their head coach, Scotty Walden, thought better of it and opted to bring the punting unit on. A couple of punts, 34-yard average so far on the day from Rigney. This is a high kick that'll send Kool-Aid back to his 17-yard line. Fair catch will be called right there, and that's where Alabama will start their drive following the 42-yard punt. Crimson Tide will have it 1st and 10 from their own 17 when we come back to Tuscaloosa. It is a 17-0 Crimson Tide advantage here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Sports matter. They bring us together. That's why we're a proud sponsor of athletic programs across the state. More fans, families, and friends trust Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama to provide the health insurance coverage and services they depend on. We're proud to support Alabamians. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. We cover what matters.
Oh Camry, and Highlander, and RAV4, and Corolla, and even more, available at Toyotathon.
Get 1.9% APR for 36 months on a new 2022 Toyota RAV4. Toyota, let's go places. Offer valid through November 30th, 2022. 0 down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. 2860 monthly payment for every $1,000 financed. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Just like the Crimson Tide, Serve Pro is honored to be the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. With more than 2,000 locations nationwide and over 50 years of experience, Serve Pro is faster to any disaster. To find an Alabama Serve Pro service location near you, simply click on ServePro.com. Serve Pro is a proud supporter of Alabama football.
Crimson Tide with a 17-0 lead against Austin Peay. 12:32 left to go in the 3rd quarter. The Domino's Drive for Dough is presented by your locally owned and operated Domino's in Tuscaloosa. If Bama scores on the first drive of the 2nd half, Deborah Hamilton from Tuscaloosa will win a gift card for the amount of yards in the scoring drive. Entered to win on the Crimson Tide Sports Network's Facebook page to be the next Domino's Drive for Dough winner. Today's game is presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. The holiday season's here, and Academy Sports and Outdoors has fun gifts for everyone on your list. Academy Sports and Outdoors, a proud partner of the Crimson Tide, as we continue live from the Alabama Credit Union broadcast booth.
Roger, thank you so very much. I want to check in with Christian Miller in a few minutes and see if he's got any update on Tyler Steen, the left tackle who left the game at the end of the first half, went down and was in some pain, looked like a leg injury of some sorts. He did not finish the half. Amari Kite is beginning the 3rd quarter for Alabama as well. He is the tackle to the left side for Bryce Young in Alabama. The handoff goes to Jace McClellan. He fights his way forward for about 4 or 5 yards. They try to strip the football loose. Antoine Williams and Ethan Castleberry combining on the stop.
Try to keep this run game going for Alabama. 161 yards in the first half. Jermaine Burton leading the way with the receivers. 4 catches, 56 yards.
Maury Nyblack, tight end, split to the right side. 2 wideouts there, 2 to the left. Young getting the snap, looking downfield. Has a man left side. That's going to be beyond the reach and incomplete, trying to get Kendrick Law. Even if he makes that grab, I think he's going to be out of bounds, but it's incomplete regardless.
Well, it was a good throw from Bryce. It was the only place he could have possibly gone with the ball. There was a safety underneath it, so he's trying to throw that ball just over the safety where we could catch it. But pretty good coverage from Austin Peay right there, forcing another third down situation for Alabama. 50% on the day so far, 3 of 6 for Bama on third down. Trying to pick up another one here.
Again, the line of scrimmage is the 21. The first down mark is up around the 27-yard line. Play clock down to 3, down to 2, down to 1. They get the snap off in time. Young looking across the middle, in and out of the hands of Black. There were bodies there for Austin Peay, but you got to make that catch in traffic. Amari couldn't do it, falls incomplete, and that's a turnover upcoming for Alabama on a punt.
Yeah. A lot of traffic right there across the middle. Black coming into the season, only 1 catch at 15 yards, and that's when he's got to reel in. You're going to get hit. You're going to take a big hit regardless. You catch it or drop it. Might as well stick it out there and try to reel it in. Arms got a little short on that one.
Cam Thomas, the deep man for Austin Peay, waiting on the punt from James Burnham. And this will be a beautiful high end-under-end kick that's going to be fair caught around the 30-yard line. And that's where the Governors will start 1st and 10. There is a flag down around midfield. This may be against Austin Peay. It was a great punt, 57 yards from Burnham. And we'll see what the call will be here. And our official is Kyle Olson. Our referee is Kyle Olson.
Daring to kick, holding, receiving team, number 12. 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down.
So another miscue by Alabama. Or excuse me, that miscue by Austin Peay. My apologies. As they will whistle that one on Jaheim Ward. 3 penalties, 30 yards. And they have taken immediate timeout, and we will as well. 11:36 to go here in the third quarter. It's 17-0. Alabama leading Austin Peay in Tuscaloosa on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
In SEC sports, the ifs come at you every minute. What if your QB had released the ball a second earlier? What if the head coach hadn't used his last time out? What if your team goes all the way this season? If you love the tradition, if you live for the rivalry, if you can't wait each week for the absolute edge of your seat action, Regions is right there with you as the official bank of the SEC.
We just can't help you with the F's in sports. Regions helps you embrace the infinite life.
Member FDIC.
This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
You're not too cool for me. And in return, I reciprocate that sentiment. I'll never be too cool for you. I was a man with a plan, but now I'm a dad with a decree, and you can't take that from me. Please let it be noted that I told my job they can dock my pay. Right now, it's just too important to take you to school every day. I want to be legendary for you. I want you to puff out your chest when you go to school, the same way I do. I walk taller because of you, because I found everything to live for.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear. Call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Did you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
11:36 left to go in the third quarter. It's still Alabama 17, still Austin Peay nothing. I want to remind you to listen to Hey Coach and the Nick Saban Show from Baumhauer's Victory Grill this week on Wednesday night. Due to Thanksgiving on Thursday, but that'll be Wednesday from 6:30 to 8 p.m. across the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Remember to submit your question to Coach Saban at AL.com. It could be asked during the show. Hey Coach and the Nick Saban Show presented by Alpha Insurance. Let's pause 10 seconds. Sports Station ID. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network.
11:36 remaining here in quarter number 3. Alabama enjoying a 17-0 lead. Would like to be enjoying more of an advantage than that. Austin Peay with the football, operating from their own 22-yard line. DeLillo, the pass and the hit delivered by the Crimson Tide's Brian Branch on the receiver. Dre McCray got leveled on a great timed hit by Brian Branch.
Trying to set up the tunnel screen coming back from the middle of the field, but there was nothing but Brian Branch in the way. Trying to look for some blockers, but he beat him to him.
There was a Mack truck in that tunnel coming the other direction. Second down and a dozen with 3 wideouts left for the Governors. They'll hand it off. Running room up the middle for a gain of about 3 yards on the play. C.J. Evans on the carry before he gets wrapped up by Will Anderson.
Another third and long coming up from Austin Peay. Alabama got to be ready for the tunnel screen. You know they're going to be looking for McCray on this situation. It's like he's in the backfield to start this one off.
The 3rd and 9 upcoming, as the Governors have converted 3 of their 8 third downs so far in the game. Pair of wideouts stacked to the left and to the right. They'll go with an empty set, put a 3rd wideout to the right side of the formation. That is McCray. Again, he's been the top target today with 9 catches. Spinning away from trouble, DeLillo throws it left, catches made, but a great tackle over there by Kool-Aid McKinstry on the receiver for Austin Peay, and there will be a gain of about 4 for Cam Thomas, but not enough to move the sticks, and Alabama will force the Governors to punt it once again.
Yeah, Kool-Aid sticking with the play right there. Quarterback started looking to the right, had to escape out, did a spin move, taking away from pressure. But Kool-Aid kept the guy in front of him and then made the tackle for the first down. Really good coverage and sticking with the play from Kool-Aid.
36-yard punting average so far on the day for Matt Rigney. This is a beautiful high spiraling kick. Kool-Aid, the fair catch called for and made right at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 Alabama from there with 9:41 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And again, a 17-0 lead. Love to see a score put on the board right here from Alabama and create a little more cushion.
Yeah, you know, our defense came out, played in the second half pretty good. Forced a 3 and out right there for Austin Peay, but Alabama on offense in their first drive of the 3rd quarter was forced to go 3 and out also after a dropped ball on 3rd down. So want to get something going here. You got to score some points. I mean, only 17 points right now for Alabama is not enough production on offense.
Got to finish these drives off as you got Burton left, McClellan in the backfield alongside Bryce Young, the quarterback. A couple of wideouts stacked in tight on the right side. They fake a pitch right. They'll roll the man left, look deep. All alone, Burton, catch made 25. Now the defense fills in as he'll spin away at the 15 and then get out of bounds. A gain of 50 yards on the play. Bryce somewhat underthrew that one, or that's a touchdown.
He did. Blown coverage from Austin Peay. I think he underthrew it right there, Chris. Had some pressure in his face as he was scrambling out to the left, but Burton reels it in. And then pretty good yards after catch. Made a guy miss. Kept the play going.
Handoff up the middle. Roydale Williams fighting inside the 10 to the 9, maybe the 8-yard line. Very close to another bank first down as the Tide operates inside that Chick-fil-A red zone.
Burton having a day so far. He's got over 100 yards with that catch. 106 on the day, 1 touchdown.
Misspoke. It was not Williams. It was Chase McClellan. He is in the backfield once again. Handoff will go to him again. Tries to get to the edge. Does. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown. Chase McClellan, the touchdown run. A block on the edge from the receiver, Isaiah Bond, and Bama adds to its lead. It's 23-0.
That's how we do it right there. That's a drive we want to see from Alabama. 3 plays. Get in end zone. 23-0 right now with Alabama. The field goal coming up, or extra point coming up. And Bryce Young, once again, is so good in scrambling when the play breaks down, of finding guys downfield. This one was Jermaine Burton for the big pickup, and then an easy run right there for Jace.
Will Reichard to try the extra point. The hold upcoming from Burnup. The snap from Nealon Hibbett. All 3 executed to perfection, and Alabama has a 24-0 lead. Timeout on the field with 8:43 to go, 3rd quarter. The Tide up 24-0 over Austin Peay here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
You mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the whoops. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
To your children's eyes to see the true magic of a forest. It's a storybook world for them. You look and see a tree. They see the wrinkled face of a wizard with arms outstretched to the sky. They see treasure in pebbles. They see a windy path that could lead to adventure. And they see you, their fearless guide through this fascinating world.
Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Crimson Tide with a 9-yard touchdown run by Jace McClellan, growing the lead to 24-0 over Austin Peay with still 8:43 left to go in the third quarter. The Brombergs made the scoring drive, 3 plays, 65 yards, took only 58 seconds off the clock for Alabama. Today's game is presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. The holiday season is here, and Academy Sports and Outdoors has fun gifts for everyone on your list. Academy Sports and Outdoors, a proud partner of the Crimson Tide.
Roger, thank you very much. Alabama able to look like Alabama in finishing that drive, John Parker.
That was a good drive right there. Ran the ball well to score the touchdown, but Burton, showing up today. We've been looking for these deep play balls, and he's got it so far, averaging 21 yards a catch. Now defense just going to keep it going, Christian, try to keep it going 3 and outs, getting back in the backfield like we've been doing here in the second half.
That's exactly right, JP. We saw some pressure right there on that third down off the right side with Dallas Turner. Did a nice job getting off the field. We also saw an aggressive tackle by Brian Branch on that screen play. So we need to carry that momentum into this series right here and do a good job getting a stop.
Will Riker to kick off. Cam Thomas and Kellen Stewart are the deep men. They've had a couple of nice returns, 23 and 21 yards. Also, some fair catches made, and they're going to try and return this one. They do from the 3. It's Stewart to the 15, Stewart to the 20, to the 25, and more down at the 32-yard line. He finally gets brought down on the play on a nice job by Antonio Kite in coverage for Alabama in special teams. But, again, not until the return gets across the 30-yard line and maybe the best starting field position off the kickoff. Or do we have a flag down on the play? So what we got?
There is no foul for holding on the kickoff. First down.
We wanted to the flag down.
Exactly right.
All right, defense, let's keep it going right here. Keep the pressure on them. Toe leading the way with 7 tackles. Brian Branch also has got 7, and Will Anderson Jr. with 4.
24-0 Bama. 8:35 to go. Chris Braswell in at the jack linebacker for Alabama. Will Anderson over at the other. Damon Payne also along that defensive front for the Crimson Tide. They will hand it off. They'll drop the football. It's on the deck. I think Austin Peay got back on it again. C.J. Evans, I believe. Check that. Josh Samuel getting his first carry and could not hang on to it. Don't know if DeLillo placed it in the wrong spot or if he just couldn't hang on to it. Regardless, it's a loss of 1. Play action. DeLillo looking downfield, has a man, catch made. That's going to be shy of the first down by about 4 yards. Big hit delivered by Alabama. That may have been DeMarco Helms that delivered the pop on Joshua DeCambra.
Good throw and catch right there, but nice hit. Again, physical from Alabama's defense, coming down and putting a big lick on him. Wasn't McCray, shocking for them, but DeCambra with a good route, good throw from the quarterback.
3.5 yards needed to keep the drive going. They operate from their own 39. They are 3 of 9 on third downs today with 7.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Austin Peay with a football. Alabama the 24-0 advantage. 4 on the play clock. Now it's down to 2. 1. They just get the snap off in time. DeCambra on the slant, and that was a business decision made by Kellen Stewart. He decided, you know what? I think I'm going to sit this one out. He went on the slant, opted not to go for it, and saved himself perhaps a little free dental work in the process.
He's been seeing how this defense has come out here in the third quarter, hitting people. And that one, it was Jordan Battle coming down from a safety position on the quick slant. He's seen it. That's been their go-to pass downfield on these third down situations. And Battle sniffed it out and was right there ready to go. Nothing to lose for head coach Scotty Walden and the Governors. They're going to go for it here on 4th and 4. Or are they going to go with a double handoff? They do, but they handed it off a third time to Alabama. Damon Peay coming up with a loose ball. They tried to hand it back to the quarterback, a flea flicker. He dropped it. It goes right into the hands of Payne, and Alabama will take over on the turnover by Austin Peay. I like the play call, just terrible execution. Yeah. And trying to run the flea flicker. Never seen the flea flicker with a handoff back to the quarterback. Usually the quarterback would hand it off to the running back, and then he would flip it back. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's exactly why. Not a lot of quarterback or quarterback running back exchanges going the other way. And right there, Alabama hops on the ball. Now great field position. Trying to get another quick score to go up. Right now, 24-0.
Harrell, one of 3 wideouts left side for Alabama. 1 to the right. Tight end Oots comes in tight from the left side. Play action, Young. Bright stepping up, looking, firing left side to Oots. Trying to break a tackle, does. 25-20, and the Bull works his way down to the 17-yard line of Austin Peay. That's a bank first down. Shamari Simmons almost got him back around that line of scrimmage on the grab, but Oots able to block it, or break it, I should say, and pick up the first down yardage. Here's Roydell Williams now in the backfield with Young. Handoff will go to Roydell. He will break 1 tackle. Can't break the second and third, though. He will get a yard at the most on that play. It'll be third down and a bunch upcoming for Alabama. Check that, I'm sorry. Second down. Yeah. In a bunch.
Austin Peay, good job with contain right there. There's a low snap. Bryce able to field it, hand it off, but no room to the outside. Tries to cut it back and just had that one stuffed up.
Harrell and Prentice wide left. Holden wide out to the right side for Alabama on 2nd and 9. Young with Williams in the backfield. Play clock just now down to 5 as he gets the snap. Pressure coming. Throws left, and he got hit again, and that's twice. And with the regular season game still upcoming next week, it would be nice if we blocked that blitzing man from the edge at least once or twice today.
Put somebody on him, right? Another one had it happen earlier where Bryce almost got decapitated. This one again, free blitzer coming up the middle between the tackle and the end, and Bryce didn't have any time to do anything with it. Trying to get the ball into the flat to the running back, but just no time.
Darrell Rogan listed as the bandit there, and I resist the urge to go with the Jackie Gleason voice in the process. Third down at about 9, maybe 10. Roger couldn't have handled it. 2 wideouts left, 1 right for Bama. Stepping up in the pocket is Young. He's going to roll left to buy some time. With pressure coming, he'll change directions. Scrambling right at the 20, stopping, looking back left, firing, catch made, touchdown Alabama. I think a flag's coming in, though. We got a bunch of guys downfield. Yep. When I look down and I see J.C. Latham down around the 10-yard line, that is not a good sign, but the line of scrimmage was the 15 or 20.
Offense, number 65, 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. 3rd down.
Oh, that was too good of a play to take it off the board. Bryce, we've seen it so many times from this year, but rolls to the left, and he knows where the defenders are at behind him and is able to spin out untouched and then reverse all the way back to the right side.
Heck of a sales job by JC, though. He acted like, what? Who, me? Can't be. JC, bud, you're 15 yards downfield. If I saw it, I know the guys in stripes did. 3rd.
He wanted the ball.
16.
Bryce, that's
right.
Man.
That's what he was mad about. Bryce didn't throw it to him. He was wide open at the 10. All right, 3rd and 16 now for Young and company. With 5:44 remaining in this 3rd quarter. Play clock down to 2, down to 1. Snap it. Didn't get it snapped. Yes, they did. Barely in time. Young firing right side. Catch made. Holden slung down shy of that 1st down mark. It'll be 4th and about 3 upcoming.
With that play call, we got to be going for it.
Yeah.
And that the route didn't even get past the 1st down marker, but here comes the field goal unit out. Must have been the backside of the read. One-on-one matchup, but the route didn't even carry enough to pick up the 1st down.
So here's Reichert. He'll try one from 30 yards. It'll be from the far hash. He's made 1 field goal today. Snap, spot, kick. Plenty of leg, plenty of accuracy as well. Another one for Reichert, and Alabama takes a 27-0 lead with 4:57 remaining here in this 3rd quarter of play. Again, you were close. Alabama was, but could not quite finish the drive the way you wanted. You did get points out of it, though.
Yeah, I didn't finish the way you wanted. You know, it was a good drive. I mean, had a touchdown pass called off the board, and those penalties on 3rd downs are just killer. And you know, another opportunity for Alabama, another field goal. And that's not what we want right now. Only up 27-0. You know, coming to this game thinking that, you know, we're going to see a lot of Jalen Milroe, maybe see a little bit of Ty Simpson, but Alabama up only 27-0 right now. Defense playing better in the 3rd quarter here in the 2nd half, but offense just sputtering out on drives.
Reichert on to kick off. Finalist for the Grozo Award. Again, now 21 of 25 on field goals on the year for Alabama. He is also 50 of 50 on extra points. Kickoff fielded by Thomas at the 10. Thomas gets to the 20 and no further, maybe the 21 at best, but good coverage by Alabama there, which has not always been the case on kickoffs today.
No, not today. They've had pretty good field position from kickoffs. You know, it's like we're changing up what we're trying to do on the kickoffs. Instead of kicking it deep, we've been kicking what we used to call mortar kicks. It goes really high, only to about the 15, 10-yard line, where you try to give your coverage unit a chance to get there. But better job from right here. Alabama keeping them inside the 25-yard line.
4:51 to go, and Austin Peay with a football again, as we saw them do several times in the 1st quarter. 4 wideouts to the right side, 1 to the left. Empty set for the quarterback, Mike DeLillo. Now they'll change the alignment, but keep 4 wideouts right. 3 in front, 1 behind that alignment, as DeLillo will throw basically a screen left side. They get it blocked somewhat, but only back to the line of scrimmage with perhaps a yard of positive pickup right there. To'o. Keep saying To'o, and it'll eventually get them all right, Chris. Helms also is there with Henry on the stop for Alabama. I didn't call him Toto like Coach Saban did the other night on the TV show. Looking, firing, catch made on the right side near the 1st down mark, but Jordan Goko, like we needed that right there. Did To'o make the stop on Goko?
I think he did.
Uh-oh.
The quarterback got crushed. Dallas Turner hit him as he was throwing the ball. Big hit from Turner.
1st and 10 from the 32. The handoff, and nowhere to go on that carry from Javon Jackson.
Christian, it looks like we've really picked up the intensity on defense here in the third quarter, playing much better.
That's exactly right, JP. I'm almost wondering if Amy Bragg might have poured some coffee in the water bottles at halftime. These guys, there's so much more energy on the sidelines right now, thank God.
And she's in charge of nutrition. We jokingly refer to her as the food coach sometimes. But, yeah, there's definitely some caffeine in there. Quarterback keep after pressure comes in, and he gets leveled. Chris Braswell delivering a big-time hit as the quarterback, DeLillo, got up to the 35 and maybe the 36, but he'll feel that one tomorrow if he's able to feel anything right now.
Saw a lot of green grass in front of him, but, man, that was a big hit from Braswell.
Third down and 8 upcoming with 3:05 and ticking to go in the third. Alabama on top 27-0 as the 11th third down attempt of the day is upcoming for Austin Peay. They're 3 of 10 so far. 3 wideouts left, 1 right. DeLillo trying to set up the little bubble screen. They do, but it's run down from the backside on a great play for Alabama. Jamarian Latham, Pickens County native out of Reform, Alabama, making the nice stop. Boy, when that catch was made, I thought it was about to be big yardage.
Yeah, plenty of grass in front of him, but he was able to see when the offensive lineman set back and let you go. All right, that's a screen. Quickly put his foot in the grass and turn around, and really athletic play from him because there was plenty of room right there. Definitely would have picked up the first down if he didn't make that tackle.
Crimson Tide forcing Austin Peay to punt once again. Matt Rigney's averaged 37 yards per kick. On to let this one go again. Kool-Aid McKinstry back inside his own 30. As the punt will be a low line drive, Kool-Aid will field it, and he will return it across the 25, the 30, and gets knocked down just shy of the 35-yard line. Saw the beanbag come in. I was afraid it was a penalty flag for a block in the back, but it didn't happen. And with 1:49 to go in the third, Bama will have it from their own 34-yard line.
Yeah, try to finish this drive out for Alabama. Last one sputtered with a field goal. 27-0 right now for Alabama. You know, score a touchdown here with 1:49 left to go. You probably get the backups back in, or get the backups in the game if you can go up more than 30 points.
So Bryce Young, still the quarterback. He's got Roydale Williams in the backfield to his right. He will hand it off to Roydale, who will bounce it to the left side, gets across the 35 up near the 39-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 6 from right there as the clock ticks near the 1:30 mark of this third quarter. Again, Bama on top 27-0. A little dicier than we would have liked for a good bit of the first half. It was 17-0 at intermission. Owens comes in tight to the right side. 2 wideouts to his right. 1 to the left side of the formation, and Trayshawn Holden. Play action by Young. Bryce looking, throwing downfield. Holden makes the grab in Austin Peay territory, gets to the 45 and brought down there. It will be a fresh set of downs after the bank first down. 17 yards on the pickup with just under a minute to go in the third.
Yeah, that's 3 catches for Holden, 37 yards for him. Plenty of time in the pocket, good route down the field.
Bryce swings it out right side, catch made. Kendrick Law 40, tripped up as he gets near the 36-yard line. Nice effort on the play from Isaiah Bond, the 5'11" freshman from Buford, Georgia.
Yeah, swing pass out of the right, had Robbie Owens as the lead blocker. Quick right there. That was a quick cut back up the field to get some extra yards. And pretty physical from a wide receiver, just putting his head down and picking up those 2-3 extra yards.
Young will hand it off to Williams. Nice cut by Roydale to buy himself an extra couple of yards. Gets across the 35 and down to the 34. It'll be a bank first down from there for the Crimson Tide.
This is kind of when we've been sputtering out right here. Get down close to the red zone. I'd like to see us hit a big play.
Bama's not going to snap it again in this third quarter. The final 3 seconds will tick away, and we'll head to the fourth here.
That is the end of the third quarter.
Stadium. 27-0. Alabama leading the Governors of Austin Peay State University. Back with a fourth quarter right after this on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Red Diamond knows that prepping for the perfect holiday meal isn't always easy. From making sure there's an option for your cousin Steve from Chicago,
I require a plant-based diet.
to making sure your father-in-law's favorite is on the table.
Boiled Brussels sprouts? Gross.
The holidays can be hard. Thankfully, you've got fresh brewed Red Diamond iced tea. It's the perfect sip of pure perfection that always brings people together. Red Diamond. Perfect's not easy.
The home of Bear and Saban. This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt US Kids, and the Ad Council.
This is an important message from the Mine Safety and Health Administration. Mining fatalities, accidents, and injuries are preventable. Taking a minute to approach your task safely can protect you and your fellow miners from injury and death. Staying alert and focused can keep you safe. Do it safe. Do it right. Whether buckling a seatbelt or securing equipment, these quick safety measures can prevent injuries and fatalities. Take time. Save lives. For more resources, visit MSHA.gov.
Shocking. Third quarter recap is presented by Auto Owners Insurance. Proud to support the Crimson Tide this season. Visit RolledTide.com/auto-owners. Partner with an independent Alabama agent who can provide local, personalized expertise today. The Crimson Tide with 10 points in the third quarter. None for Austin Peay as Alabama is up 27-0 as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. So we only have 15 more minutes left to go in this football game, and it's brought to you by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. With zero sugar and refreshingly delicious is Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, the best Coke ever. Find out for yourself as we continue live from inside the Alabama Credit Union broadcast booth.
He's Roger Hoover. I'm Chris Stewart, filling in again for Eli Gold. John Parker Wilson, our color analyst. To my right, down on the field, Christian Miller handles our Cooks Pest Control sideline reports today. Butch Owens over my shoulder, making sure I don't sound any worse than I normally would. He points out everything just right for me. Tom Stipe, our producer, engineer, Jerry Kelly, running the show back in our CTSN studios. You want to see what we look like while we're attempting to do radio? Thanks to Facebook Live and Ethan Carabin running that for us here on the network. And the Vice President, General Manager of the Crimson Tide Sports Network is Jim Carabin. We are all glad to have you join us on this now Saturday afternoon, the week before Thanksgiving, as Alabama tries to add to its 27-0 lead beginning the fourth quarter of play here at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Roydell Williams is the running back. Oots the tight end to the right side of the formation. Two wideouts left, one right for the Crimson Tide. Young directing traffic, getting the snap. Bryce looking, swings it out left side. Williams, a lot of running room. 30, 25, 20, first down, bumped out of bounds inside that Chick-fil-A red zone. Move the sticks for Alabama as Roydell Williams catches the pass out of the backfield. And with 14:50 and moving here in the fourth, the Crimson Tide has a 1st and 10 from the Austin Peay 18. Handoff goes to Williams. Almost got tripped up. Kept his feet inside the 15 and down to the 11. And John Parker, that's great balance on the part of Roydell.
Yeah, could have been tackle for a loss in the backfield right there. But after the big reception from him, picking up the first down right there, picking up 6 yards on first. So better right now in the red zone for Alabama, is getting closer to the 10-yard line.
From the 12 officially is where Seth McLaughlin, the center, is ready to snap the football to Young. Bryce getting that snap, handing it off to Roydell up the middle, pushing the pile forward. he'll get very close to the first down mark, but I think he's going to be shy of it by about a yard. It'll be 3rd and 1 from right there. Josh Rudolph, the middle linebacker out of Montgomery, clogged things up.
Bringing in the big guy, Kendall Randolph, replacing JoJo Earl. That's a serious change in weight right there coming in and out of the game.
Just a tad. Randolph, 6'4", 298. Biscuit away and some gravy away from 300 pounds. He's to the right side as the tight end with Robbie Oots. They'll bring Burton in motion right side. They'll swing it out to him. He'll make the grab. 10-5, walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. 10 yards on the play, designed beautifully. And with 13:20 to go, Bama pushes the lead to 33-0.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building, bringing in Kendall Randolph right there. I thought we were going to keep it on the ground, but bring Burton in motion, put him on the flat route, and that's easy right there as it gets for Burton as he just strolls into the end zone. Put Alabama on top 33-0, and that's how 8 plays, 66 yards, just closes out, put a touchdown. That was a good job from Alabama's offense.
Reichert on to try the extra point. He boots it through, and it is now a 34-0 advantage. Back to Tuscaloosa in a moment on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
I'm Brad Bohannon, and I'm an organ donor.
I'm Ashley Johnston, and I'm an organ donor.
I'm Patrick Murphy, and I'm an organ donor.
I'm Nate Oates, and I'm an organ donor.
I'm Nick Saban, and I'm an organ donor.
And I'm John Parker Wilson. I'm also an organ donor. Saving a life has never been easier. You can register online at legacyofhope.org. Give the gift of life. Be an organ donor.
Become an organ donor and save a life today. Learn more at legacyofhope.org.
Crimson Tide football lives here. This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Farming is dangerous. There's dangers all around us.
We go through safety training and try and do these things to make sure accidents don't happen.
You don't want to hit a gas pipe because that's your life. The other part of it is if you hit certain things, you're liable for it.
Farm Safe 811 starts with you. Always call 811 and wait for any underground lines to be marked.
Always keep safety in the back of your mind. Just stay humble.
For more information, go to farmsafe811.org.
Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or OTC medicine packages to help you choose the right drug and use it safely? The answer: the drug facts label. This label lists the medicine's active ingredients and purpose, how much to take, and warnings you should know before using it. Remember, even OTC medicines you buy without a prescription can cause side effects you don't want. So follow the information listed on the drug facts label. For more information, visit fda.gov/drug facts label. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
10-yard touchdown pass from Bryce Young to Jermaine Burton makes it 34-0 Alabama. The Bromberg scoring drive, 8 plays, 66 yards, took 3:29 off of the clock as we still have 13:20 left to go in this fourth quarter. The attendance figures courtesy of ATIX, the official announced attendance for today's game, 99,000 fans, 639. ATIX is the proud sponsor of the game's attendance. ATIX says thank you to all ticket-holding Crimson Tide fans.
Roger, thank you so very much. As Alabama, frankly, weathered a little bit of a storm early. Scored on its initial drive to take 7-0 lead. Fortunate that the score wasn't evened after Austin Peay's first drive, and they almost scored on their second drive as well. They missed a short field goal. It would have made it 14-3, but Alabama has been able to pull away and now enjoys a 34-0 advantage with 13:20 to go, and maybe now in a spot where you'd feel a little more comfortable with a few backups in there and see what happens the rest of the way in this one. Reichert on to kick it off, and he will boot this one shy of the 5, and grabbed there by Thomas, gets to the 15 and brought down at the 20. Bama's done a better job in kick coverage than we saw somewhat in the first half.
Yeah. You know, the second half, like Christian said, I think we drank some coffee because we've come out with a much better energy and enthusiasm, and it's showing out here. A ton of big hits for the defense, and just it seems like our motor's running a lot faster than it did in the first half for whatever reason.
Sean Murphy in at middle linebacker for the Crimson Tide. He's a 6'2 freshman from Manassas, Virginia. Jaheim Otis also checking out for Alabama. We got Deontay Lawson in at one of the linebacker spots now. Alabama as well. Check that. Maybe Jalen Moody as the pass comes near side, and a great catch in traffic by Dre McCray, and he works his way up the sideline and gets to the 40 before he is run out of bounds. That's a talented young man. That is his 10th catch today. Back-to-back weeks that he's had 10 grabs for the Governors.
It's pretty impressive. This guy can play football, runs good routes, and right there able to make Kool-Aid McKinstry fall down at the line of scrimmage and then picked up 20 yards after that.
It is Lawson, by the way, at that linebacker slot, as I had initially said, as we see DeLillo throw it left side. Catch is made. That's Goodman, who gets near the midfield stripe before he gets slung backwards. But it's enough to move the chains once again for the Governors. A 12-yard pickup there.
Yeah, just nothing special from the Governors. Just a 9-yard stop route from Goodman. Quarterback one-step drop, puts it right on the money.
3 wideouts left, 1 right. Handoff goes to Evans. Big burst up the middle, but a great tackle delivered by Dallas Turner of Alabama. That's about to be a 15-plus yard run that only went for about 4 thanks to a great tackle by Turner.
Christian, that was pretty athletic. 15 coming from the backside.
JP, that was impressive. He just came flying off the edge and just came out of nowhere to stop that run. That definitely could have broke out for a long one.
2 wideouts stacked to each side for the Governors. Bama shows blitz. And here they come from the edge, but it's picked up nicely as they'll throw it down the far boundary, and good coverage across the way from Terry and Arnold. He's had a nice game over there for Alabama.
Yeah, he really has. A couple pass breakups for him, and right there, Austin Peay trying to hit the go route. He's step for step able to get his head around, so there's no pass interference calls. Really good coverage and exactly what your coach do. Use the sideline to your advantage. Try to force the receiver over there. You know exactly where he's at. Turn around, make a play on the ball.
That was the 6'4 receiver, Joshua DeCambra, who was the intended target for DeLillo. Now on 3rd down and 7. Operating inside Alabama territory at the Bama 47. They bring McCray to the left side, put him in the slot. Play clock down to 2. They throw the slant right side. Catch made, but shy of that 1st down mark. He didn't get to the 1st down mark. That was a bad route by the receiver. He's going to be 2 yards shy of it. Kellen Stewart made the grab, but didn't get a lot to show for it.
Yeah, he was wise because this is the probably 4th or 5th time they've run this same pass. They're trying to run a slant to the middle of the field. Will battle the safeties about 10 yards deep, and he can see it really quickly come down to the quarterback shielding his receiver so he can make the catch. But that was just good defense from Alabama.
They're going to go for it on 4th down. 2 tight ends in the game for Austin Peay. 4th and 2. And trying to draw Alabama off, and they did. Mistake there by the Crimson Tide. Austin Peay very proud of themselves, the way the linemen were reacting, but it is again a 34-0 Bama advantage.
Offside, defense, number 44, entered the neutral zone and made contact with an offensive player. 5-yard penalty, results in a 1st down.
I love the enthusiasm, but not the discipline on that play.
No, he's ready to go. And Christian, it's got to be tough for these guys. You know, you hear it all the time at coaching. Watch the ball, not the quarterback, barking out signals, but just couldn't hold off on that one.
That's exactly right, JP. And you just have to have that pre-snap awareness. You know, it's 4th and 2. Those guys are going to try to get you to jump offside. You just have to have that in your mind going into that. And unfortunately, he didn't and made a mistake right there.
1st and 10 from the Alabama 38-yard line. Evans in the backfield. DeLillo looking to throw downfield left side. Intercepted Brian Branch. A great play by the Alabama star, literally and figuratively, in coverage of Dre McCray. Yet it is the star position that Branch plays, and he was fantastic. Another interception. That is now the 5th, totaling $10,000 for Children's Alabama, thanks to Chick-fil-A restaurants in Alabama. That's the Pigs for Kids program. Thank you to Chick-fil-A and all the locations throughout Alabama for their wonderful support of Children's of Alabama. 10:55 to go in the 4th. Bama on top, 34-0 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
You mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
Big Al, Rammer Jammer, and the $1 Million Band. This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Here at Payless Drugs, we continue to be just what the doctor ordered. We know getting the medicine you need is especially important during these unique times. And for your safety and convenience, we offer a drive-through at every location. Plus, we have prescription delivery and contactless pickup at all locations. Now's the time to take care of your immunization needs. Stop by any of our convenient locations today.
Just what the doctor ordered. Payless Drugs.
Some of the best sounds you'll ever hear are generic, safe, effective, even money-saving, just like FDA-approved generic drugs. Even if they don't come in the exact same color or shape as their brand name equivalents, they have the same key ingredients and go through a rigorous review process. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist today and visit fda.gov/generic drugs. Generics are safe, effective, and can save you money. You'll like the sound of that.
Crimson Tide 34, Governors of Austin Peay, nothing. We still have 10:55 left to go. A great stop on that last drive. The interception for the Crimson Tide of Brian Branch. That is our best move of the game. It's presented by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs.
Alabama turning what was a tight ball game midway through the second quarter into a 17-0 intermission advantage, and now a 34-0 lead with 10:55 to go in the fourth, and we see Jalen Milroe coming into the game, JP, at quarterback.
Yeah, I love it. 29-48 in the season, 274 yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 picks, but he's got 29 rushes for 246 with that big game against Arkansas when he came in and took care of business, but I'd like to see more of that here.
Trey Sanders in the game as well at running back. First time in a while we've seen Trey. Milroe swings it left side. Catch is made up across the 20 is Isaiah Bond. And he's going to be very close. And in fact, he does indeed have a bank first down with 10:43 remaining.
I like it. Let him run the offense. Don't take the air out of the ball just quite yet. See what these young guys can do with Law and Bond both in the game.
3 wideouts right. Law is that wideout to the right side. The give does indeed go to Sanders, who's upset because he knows he missed one broken tackle that would have allowed him to maybe take that one to the house.
It's a good run, though. Trey coming in today, 12 carries, 66 yards. That one could have doubled him right there.
Could have. He does get 5 on the carry. Boots coming in tight to the right side. 3 wideouts in the formation. Milroe throws it left side. Catch made Burton. He's got a first down and brought down inside or across the 40 to about the 43. Ethan Castleberry, the free safety out of Harvest, Alabama, played at Sparkman High School in the northern part of the state, makes the stop.
Jermaine Burton having a day so far. That's his 7th catch. He's got 128 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Jamarian Miller checking in to replace Sanders in the backfield. Jamarian will get the carry, reading a block and trying to get ahead, and does, to the 45, probably no further than that. Jamarian Miller, the freshman from Tyler, Texas, 5'10", 201 pounds. That was his 21st carry of the year. He's got a couple of scores, having rushed now for around 150 yards on the season. 4 wideouts in formation. Milroe tucking it, running. The called quarterback draw, and why not when the guy can run like that. Gets to the 40-yard line of Austin Peay. A gain of 16 on the play.
Milroe has a different year than everybody else on the field. I mean, when he pulls the ball down, I love the play call from Bill O'Brien. Design quarterback draw. Just let this guy run. I mean, it is fun to watch, and he's got vision, he's got speed, and really good shiftiness when he gets the ball in his hands.
Miller, again, the single setback. Handoff will go to him. Hesitates, now explodes left side. Gets down to the 31-yard line. A gain of about 4 on the play. And it will be second and, 2.5 from right there.
And Miller, he's the guy that take advantage of your opportunities. Came in this game averaging over 7 yards a carry.
He's got 7 on that play. As looked at it incorrectly the first time, but a gain of 7. So second and 3. They'll hand it to him. Nope, keeping it will be Milroe, and he will fight for it and get very close to that first down spot himself. It's either 3rd and inches or first down Bama.
I think that was an accidental keep there, Chris.
May have been.
Trying to hand it off. Little option read from the quarterback. Rode the running back too long. Get the ball in his belly. Gotta chase him now. He basically, the running back turned in to be the lead blocker.
So from the 29, it will be another bank first down for the Crimson Tide. Clock moving, under 7.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Bama looking to add to a 34-0 lead. Handoff Miller, running into the back of the center on that play, who I think was still McLaughlin. Eric Bentley, the defensive tackle, making the stop.
Yeah, McLaughlin's still in there.
Yeah, he is.
Starting offensive line still in across the board. Booker at right guard. Got Latham at right tackle, but Amari Kite in for injured Tyler Steen, who went out in the first half.
Miles Kitzelman, also a tight end in the game for Alabama, as Milroe will go play action, looking, has a man downfield, and the catch is not made. It was almost grabbed by Kendrick Law, but he had to wrestle with an Austin Peay defender, and the ball got knocked loose. I was afraid it was underthrown. It was going to be picked. Then I thought he had it. Turned out I was wrong on both counts.
Yeah, it was a really good throw from Milroe. It was a deep crossing route, and he throws it over the safety to get it down before it hits the cornerback. I mean, it was a perfect touch on the pass, being able to drop it in the bucket.
Heck of an effort. I believe it was on the part of Devin Smith, the corner. 3rd and a bunch. Milroe with a lot of time, rolling the pocket, directing traffic. Now throws downfield, and that's going to be intercepted and out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Nice play by Cedarius Doss, a Birmingham native, played at Ramsey High School and then was at Tuskegee for a year or two before making his way to Austin Peay. But the turnover by Alabama gives it to Austin Peay when we come back. 6:33 to go. It's 34-0. Alabama with the lead comfortably despite the turnover here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Is bone and joint pain making simple tasks difficult? Don't just live with it. Talk to an orthopedic specialist at Ascension St. Vincent's. Options are available from physical therapy to minimally invasive surgery, which may mean faster recovery and less pain. By listening to understand you, your doctor takes a personalized approach to your care. Appointments are available, and we're here for second opinions too. So don't delay. Schedule at ascension.org/St. Vincent's AL Ortho.
Alabama football all season long. This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Unused prescription opioid pain medicines can spell trouble. They can spell risk if taken by someone they weren't prescribed for, harm if accidentally taken by a child or pet, or overdose if they're not used as directed. Safely dispose of opioids before they can hurt your family. Find a drug take-back option such as medicine drop boxes. You may find these in your community at local pharmacies or police stations. Visit www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
Are you thinking about buying medicine online? A search for online pharmacies yields more than 20 million results. But which ones can you trust? Medicines bought from unlicensed online pharmacies can be dangerous. You may get a fake drug, your condition may get worse, or you may experience a bad reaction. Don't put your health at risk. To learn how to find an online pharmacy that's safe and legal, visit fda.gov/BeSafeRx. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Slow things up.
6:33 still to go. It's Alabama 34 and Austin Peay nothing. Today's game is presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. The holiday season is here. Academy Sports and Outdoors has fun gifts for everyone on your list. Academy Sports and Outdoors, proud partner of the Crimson Tide.
Roger Hoover, thank you so very much. 6:33 to go. Alabama turns it over, but up 34 to nothing. Doesn't sting as bad. Won't affect the outcome, but something else for Coach to gnaw on him about a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bad decision from Jalen. He's trying to extend the play and really couldn't. Started off to take the run to try to pick it up, and then he pulled it back and just couldn't get enough zip on the ball, allowing the Austin Peay defender to come underneath Trayshawn Holden. But a good drive that was developing for Alabama. Get inside the red zone. You got to take care of it, especially when you get down there. But now defense come out. It's like we're going to have most of our starters back, especially the secondary. It looks like all the starters are going to be in the secondary. Change it up front a little bit, but 6:33 left to go. You got to keep the shutout on the board for Alabama.
Mike DeLillo, the transfer from Middle Tennessee, is the quarterback for Austin Peay, a graduate transfer who's a guy that can sling it pretty well. Third in their league, the A-Sun in passing yardage this year. He's had some good moments in this one, firing from his end zone. And as I say that, he will have it completed out in the flat right side. Dre McCray making the grab.
Try to throw that out route.
Yeah.
5-yard out route from the left hash all the way to the right side. A really good coverage from Brian Branch. Thought he had an angle to try to pick that ball off. It would have been an easy walk into the touchdown.
3 wideouts left, 2 right, an empty set for DeLillo with 6 minutes to play in this one. DeLillo firing, intercepted, no, it's dropped. Deontay Lawson was ready to walk into the end zone, but he was looking at the crimson red end zone rather than the football, and he just dropped it. Mercy.
Oh, he read it perfect. Quarterback gave it away with his eyes, stared out the inside slot receiver the entire way. Lawson saw it, stepped right in front of the receiver, and just dropped it. I mean, I think he took his eyes off the ball looking at the end zone, which was so close and so easy to get to.
Austin Peay at one point was about 3 of 6 or 7 on third downs, but they're now 3 of 12. It's 3rd down and 8 right here. They'll run it right up the gut. They'll get about 3 yards, no more than 4. Jamarian Latham, DJ Dale combining on the stop, and I believe Austin Peay is going to punt this one away again. I'd be foolish if they don't.
Their own 11-yard line. Here we go.
So with 5:22 and ticking, Austin Peay forced to punt it away again. Matt Rigney's averaged about 37 yards per punt today. Kool-Aid back around the Austin Peay 47-yard line. Bama should have great field position here. As I say that, Rigney kicks one out the back of the stadium. Not quite. It hits at the Alabama 40, checks up, and now will roll dead around the 32-yard line. That was my fault. I take full responsibility. 4:54 to go. Timeout on the field. Bama up 34-30 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Red Diamond knows that prepping for the perfect holiday meal isn't always easy. From making sure there's an option for your cousin Steve from Chicago,
I require a plant-based diet,
to making sure your father-in-law's favorite is on the table.
Boiled Brussels sprouts? Gross.
The holidays can be hard. Thankfully, you've got fresh brewed Red Diamond iced tea. It's the perfect sip of pure perfection that always brings people together. Red Diamond. Perfect, not easy.
By now, your daily routine is probably a little too routine. Don't
Don't you want to change? Don't you want to start playing by your own rules and escape the routine so your fantasy becomes reality? Where every night is an adventure, where new flavors are ready to be tasted, where it feels like you're a winner. Take a chance. Reward yourself. Make your routine anything but routine. Escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and WindCreekCasino.com.
Here in Tuscaloosa, Saturdays are in the details. It takes the 2-minute drills and the tailgates on the quad. The blitzes, the bombs, and Big Al. Because when anything can happen, every detail counts. Like getting an updated COVID-19 booster. This season, we're reminding Crimson Tide fans to get an updated COVID-19 booster shot designed for recent Omicron variants. Learn about eligibility and schedule an appointment at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
4 minutes, 54 seconds left to go at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Alabama with a 34-0 lead against Austin Peay. Stay tuned after the ball game for the region's 5th quarter show and the post-game press conference with head coach Nick Saban. It's brought to you by Tri Green Equipment, your John Deere dealer for North Alabama and Middle Tennessee.
Thank you so much, Roger. Alabama with 4:54 to go, trying to finish this one off. And JP, not exactly mission accomplished for Alabama. Nowhere near as clean a game as Nick Saban would have liked to have seen, but you're getting a win. You got a chance to do some things here in the last 5 minutes with some younger guys out on the field, and I think it's important that they find a way to finish this thing somewhat strong, as Jamarian Miller, I believe, is the running back out there for the Crimson Tide.
Yeah, as also with Tyler Harrell, he's got more snaps tonight than he has all season long. No catches yet. Had the one catch a few weeks ago against Mississippi State, I believe it was. To see him get involved and put his speed on showcase.
Jalen Milroe back out there at quarterback, getting through the interception inside the 10-yard line earlier. Straight handoff to Miller. Nice cutback. Gets across the 35 and up near the 40-yard line. Boy, he stopped on a dime, didn't he?
He did. I'm telling you what, this guy, every time he gets the ball, hadn't had too many chances this season. 20 carries coming into the game. Today he has got, that's his 4th carry, but he's quick and he's got a lot of speed for a running back.
Second and a couple from the 40-yard line. Miller hits the hole hard, stretches forward. That's going to be, I think, just shy of that first down mark, but third about a foot.
30 foot. What do you think we give it to Miller again on this carry?
I'm good
or
for
on
that.
This play.
Whatever keeps the clock running. That is my favorite play, especially if we can move the chains and keep the football and not have them get it back and throw a couple of incompletions and stop the clock 14 times. Here comes the big tight end. Kitzelman is the H-back. Handoff to Miller. He gets that first down by about 1.5 yards. I like how quickly he's getting the hole.
He is. He not a lot of the dancing around in the backfield. He gets it and hits it, and that's a big reason of why he's got such explosive plays of just hitting the hole and gashing them and getting to the secondary and then using that speed to get big plays. But physical run right there for him to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Tanner Bowles in its center for the Crimson Tide. Good snap and nice running right side. Jamarian Miller again. Boy, he is just bulling his way forward. They laid a guy out from Austin Peay. Christian, the line getting the job done, aren't they?
That's exactly right, Chris. You know, Alabama's been running the ball much more effectively in recent weeks, and a big part of that is due to the physical play up front.
Timeout on the field for a player injury.
That physical play up front from guys like Tyler Booker. You know, if you talk to all the staff and the players, everybody raves about how physical he is and how he just gets so much movement. So that's definitely encouraging to hear, because we definitely could use a lot more physicality up front in the trenches like we've seen in recent weeks.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Kind of a scary sight initially for Austin Peay as the defender on that play, Sedarius Doss, had the interception to end Alabama's last drive. Got hit really hard and was not moving on the field, but after a moment or so, he was able to not only move, but able to get up to his own feet, walk off in his own power. But a 9-yard gain from Alabama's Jamarian Miller. Ty Simpson now in at quarterback, operating from the pistol, the freshman out of Martin, Tennessee's Westview High School. They show pressure. He'll swing it out near side. Catch is made and knocked out of bounds on the play is Harrell. Second grab in an Alabama uniform for the Miami, Florida native out of Christopher Columbus High School.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good job right there from Simpson, recognizing the blitz and getting the ball out of his hand quick. Had a free release to the outside from Harrell, a quick out route, but got the ball out, recognizing what's taking place, and then executing.
1st and 10 Bama after another bank first down. Miller left side's going to get knocked down and a loss maybe of a yard on that play. Sam Howard, strong side linebacker, another Birmingham native out of Shades Valley High School, able to make that stop.
.156 left to go here in the fourth. I think coach is probably saying, Simpson, you got your chance, you got to throw, you got it in, now we're going to run it for the rest of the way out.
So 1:45 to go in this one. Alabama up comfortably, 34-0. A lot of fight and a challenge early from Austin Peay in this one, as the Tide will run it across the 35 and down to the 34-yard line. I believe that was Trey Sanders again on the carry. So Sanders back in, getting a nice pickup there. Miller in. So Aaron Anderson seeing his first action. That is good to see Aaron Anderson on the field for the Crimson Tide with 1 minute to go in this one. Hand off again to Miller, and he will stretch forward just shy of the first down mark. It'll be 4th and about a yard from right there, and Alabama will let the clock run down.
No, Austin Peay took a timeout.
Of course they did.
What are we doing here? Governor. Trying to get the ball back. They're trying not to get shut out. That's exactly what they're doing.
They want the ball back. They want to get something done. It's also their probably last game of the year, because if they're not likely to make the FCS playoffs. And so fighting a little bit right here, but this kind of stuff will help make sure that you don't get another game with Alabama.
So what you're saying is throw it deep on this play?
I want us to run it down their throats and take a knee and go to the house. But I'm fine with whatever Coach Saban opts to do. Emmanuel Henderson in the game and a wide out for Alabama, as Simpson is going to throw it. Looking downfield, he's got a man. Catch is made. Simpson at the 20 and spun out of bounds right there. That'll move the sticks for the Crimson Tide, and Alabama will indeed be able to take a knee if they so choose with 45 seconds to go. Now at this point, throw it to the end zone.
There you go.
They wanted to extend it. Let's go ahead and extend it.
These young guys got a lot of love this season, this week, from Coach Saban in the median right there. Henderson, nice out route. Really good route to get open. Perfect throw from Ty Simpson.
Simpson does indeed hand it off. That is Miller going forward. That is potentially the last play of the game. 35 seconds to go in the contest. They have not started that 40-second play clock just yet. I don't know that they will until about right now, and that is indeed going to be the final snap of the game, and Alabama is going to improve to 9-2 on the year with the Iron Bowl next weekend here at Bryant-Denny Stadium, set to be the final game of the regular season. Head coach is shaking hands at midfield as the final 5 seconds will tick away, and the teams head to their locker rooms. This one is in the books, 34-0. Alabama a winner over the Governors of Austin Peay. And a full recap is coming your way in just a few moments. The region's fifth quarter show, and also Coach Saban's press conference live, powered by Tri-Green Equipment. That'll do it for me. Roger Hoover will drive you the rest of the way on a day where Alabama gets a 34-0 victory over the Governors of Austin Peay here in Tuscaloosa. I'm Chris Stewart, back with the fifth quarter show in a moment on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
The excitement of our championship teams is in full force.
But the battle against COVID-19 isn't finished, as the need to protect our community is still ongoing. I'm Jordan Battle.
And I'm Henry Toto. We're here to remind fans across Alabama to protect those around you by getting your COVID-19 vaccine and any boosters.
Free vaccinations are available for everyone 6 months and older at county health departments and in retail locations within your communities. Visit alcovidvaccine.gov for more information.
Stay safe and roll Tide.
Hey Tide fans, do you need to make some extra room in your living space, basement, or garage? Life Storage can help, offering a variety of spaces and sizes, including traditional or climate controlled. Life Storage has the space for you. Prefer to skip the counter? This Life Storage exclusive 100% online rental offers the only true contact-free storage rental solution. Call 844-LIFE-STORE or visit lifestorage.com for more information. Life Storage. It's your life. Store it with care.
Unbeatable mileage from Chevron with Techron unlocks all kinds of unbeatable trips. Like to family dinner the next town over. Or to a family wedding the next town over. Or even to a family reunion over the river and through the woods at Grandma's house. Any drive is worth it to see Grandma. Especially when you can stop along the way for unbeatable cleaning power from Chevron with Techron. Your engine will be thanking you for making the trip. Download the Chevron app now and find unbeatable mileage near you.
Excuse me, do you know how long halftime is for a Crimson Tide football game?
15 minutes?
12 minutes?
18 minutes? I'm pretty sure 12 minutes.
Actually, halftime at Alabama lasts 20 minutes. Any idea how long it takes to complete a mortgage application?
An hour and a half.
Probably like 3 hours at least.
It takes a couple days.
I'm going to go with 45 minutes.
Actually, at Assurance Financial, you can apply for a mortgage in less time than halftime. Find out more by visiting them at AssuranceMortgage.com. That's AssuranceMortgage.com.
Equal housing opportunity, NMLS 70876.
On the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield, welcome to the fifth quarter show, presented by Regions, the official bank of the SEC. Also brought to you by Cook's Pest Control and Centricon, the unbeatable combination for termite protection. Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. And by Bud Light, it's for the fans.
Alabama 34, Austin Peay 0. The final score as the Crimson Tide pick up the victory against the Governors. Roger Hoover, glad to welcome you to the region's fifth quarter show. If you want the most convenient way to pay in T-Town and get the University of Alabama Regions Visa debit card, visit regions.com/GoBama to order yours today. Joined once again by John Parker Wilson and JP. The Crimson Tide had a 17-0 lead at halftime and then eventually had 17 points in the second half as well. What'd you like from Alabama's performance today?
You know, you got to start with a shutout. Anytime you keep a team off the scoreboard, that's a pretty good day at the office. 157 yards through the air for Austin Peay and only 59 rushing. This is a team that came in and averaged over 200 yards a game. So Alabama getting it done on defense, and then Alabama rushed the ball extremely well. Jason McClellan led the way, 17 carries, 156 yards, totaling 263 for Alabama on the ground. So really came out, knew he wanted to run the ball, and did that extremely well. Didn't play perfect, had 2 turnovers, one on offense, one on special teams, had a couple drives sputter out where we had to settle for field goals. But all in all, nice win for Alabama and trying to get ready next week for the Iron Bowl.
9th win of the season for the Crimson Tide and the second shutout of the year. Alabama also blanked Utah State in the season opener 55-0. Today it's a 34-0 win over Austin Peay. We'll continue with more of the region's fifth quarter show next. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Picture yourself here. White sugar sand beach, clear blue-green water. This is Pensacola. It's the way to beach. Experience what's waiting at visitpensacola.com.